Jack takes on Playboy Buddy Rose. It's a return match. These two met last month with Backlund being disqualified on a countout. Tonight, it's a lumberjack match. Also, Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Pedro Morales in separate tag team matches. Snuka and manager Buddy Rogers battle Ray the Crippler Stevens and Captain Lou Albano, while Pedro teams with Salvatore Balomo against Mr. Saito and Chushu, plus 8 other action-packed matches, as PRISM Sports presents Spectrum Wrestling.
Good evening, everybody, and a big holiday weekend of activity here in Philadelphia at the Spectrum. Another night of professional wrestling. The Worldwide Wrestling Federation had a tremendous card tonight, and I'm telling you what excitement we have. I'm not alone, as you might know. We can catch my personal bodyguard and a fellow who is no stranger to wrestling at all, one Gorilla Monsoon, the popular wrestler from Willingboro, New Jersey.
Dick, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'll keep an eye on you and make sure these guys don't come flying out of there and land in your lap.
That's a fair trade. You almost did that about 4 years ago, and I have forgotten it. Anyway, fans, a tremendous card tonight. We're so excited. Glad you're with us. So let's get to ringside and pick up the preliminary announcement for the first match.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Championship Wrestling, promoted by Phil Zatko, supervised by the State Athletic Commission, the Honorable J.J. Binns, Chairman. Francis Walker is the Executive Secretary, and the officials assigned, Chief Deputy Commissioner in charge, Charles Campbell, the doctor in attendance at ringside, Dr. Ernest Williams, the timekeeper at the bell, Jimmy Mina, and the referees, Victor Quinones, Barney Solomon, Dick Worley, Dusty Spellbomber, and my name is Jericho. The opening contest, it is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left, from Lexington, Tennessee, weighing in at 225 pounds, here is Eddie Gilbert. And his opponent, in the corner to my right, from Japan, weighing 210 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, here is the junior welterweight champion of the world, Tiger Mask.
All right, Gorilla Monsoon, we have the preliminary introductions. The two opponents in our first match tonight. Tiger Mask, of course, is brand new to us here at the Spectrum. Eddie Gilbert, equally unknown. What do we know?
Well, Dick, this is going to be an outstanding match. Tiger Mask is the current holder, junior heavyweight champion of the world. Eddie Gilbert comes from a wrestling family. His dad, Tom Gilbert, an outstanding professional wrestler for a number of years and still active in professional wrestling. This should be one outstanding match. These are guys that can really move around, really get the job done, and the fans are really going to enjoy this. This is a highlight of the evening.
Tiger Mask, I think, was weighed in about 210. He was rather light, as we know professional wrestlers.
Well, the junior heavyweight only goes up to 225, Dick, and he's right there. Gilbert now is at about 220, 225 himself.
Well, the abilities may differ, but equally interesting with the fact they are about at the same height and weight, I think.
Well, you're going to see these guys do some things that the super heavyweights just cannot do because
they're awfully quick.
They don't have the speed or the agility, but you're going to see some wild things in here tonight. There's Gilbert now. Nice. Look at this move. Oh, yeah. One rollout, two rollouts. Beautiful. Beautiful
nice.
Kick out. Right back on his feet with a kick.
You believe it? Fans are loving that. They're cooking right off the bat.
Well, if they want action, this is the type of bout that they're going to get it in.
Oh, do you expect to see it clean all the way?
Pretty much so. I think we'll have pretty much of a clean match here.
Look at the speed. Your leg takedown, beautiful.
He went through 3 different holes to get to that one, Dick.
You know, the fans love the brawling type action, as you well know, Gorilla Monsoon. But you know, this turns them on too.
Oh, they certainly appreciate this, and well, they should, because this is a great deal of skill involved here and a great deal of timing and ability. He's probably going to drop back with this leg here and put some additional pressure on it. There he goes.
Well, I was watching his face there a moment ago, and he seemed just to be thinking out the next few holes what he was going to do, or a couple of moves. Oh, look at that.
Tough hole to get out of, Dick. He's got the leg double barred here. It's very tough to get out of.
Well, he's putting that pressure on the legs. He has, well, sort of a standoff here right now.
Actually, the referee should be stepping in there to break the hole.
Tiger Mask, one obviously with a mask, and the other is young Eddie Gilbert. First time here at the Spectrum for both these gentlemen.
Well, Eddie might just turn this around to his advantage here.
Where do you go from here? It looks to be that there's sort of like a Mexican standoff.
It is a stalemate right now. The referee should be in there breaking the hole. Well, he turned loose. Tiger Mask turned loose.
All right, now he's elbow pressure on the knee of Tiger Mask.
Very likable guy, Eddie Gilbert. Super guy and a nice guy to be around.
Very clean cut looking.
Yes, he is. They're both sort of tentative right now. They're actually feeling each other out as to what their abilities are. Like a couple of boxers in maybe the first round.
Whoa!
There's a spinning leg lock. Beauty.
Try it again.
A lot of pressure being applied there. One more time. Beautiful maneuver.
They look a little puzzled right now, as if, hey, what do I do now? Gorilla Monsoon, yours truly, Dick Graham. Cal Rudden will be along with some special interviews a little bit later on this evening. So a big night of wrestling, 11 matches tonight, fans. So don't, as we always say, go away. Right into the ropes.
Here we go with a throw off.
Oh!
Nice shoulder block.
Yeah.
Nice leapfrog. Oh, backward leapfrog. Backdrop right on his feet.
Oh,
kick. Beautiful maneuver.
River drop kick. And came right down.
Oh, comes the Tiger right out and right back in the ring. How many heavyweights can do that?
I've seen you try that a few times.
That will give you a negative attitude. If you don't hook that top rope, you're in for a lot of trouble. Beautiful maneuver by Tiger Mask.
He has the fans turned on to be sure. Well, all right, how about that?
Love to see it.
Yeah, fans respond positively. They have a lot of respect for one another. I would say at this point, though, Tiger Mask seems to have the edge when it comes to sheer speed and maneuverability.
No question. Very, very quick.
A battle of strength now.
Eddie should win this easily, but I'm sure that Tiger Mask will come up with some outstanding moves to get out of it. Eddie putting on a lot of pressure.
Oh, nice.
As a wraparound, single wrist lock takedown. Beautiful. Tiger has about 25 or 30 different masks, Dick, and he tells me that they're made somewhere in Mexico, and that each one cost in excess of $200.
Whew. There's an investment in itself. Each mask.
It's got to be very difficult to wrestle with a mask on. It makes it hard to breathe. Your peripheral vision is cut way down. That's a nice move by Gilbert to come out of that. Applying pressure now. Actually, the only way to take advantage and get advantage of Tiger Mask is to wear him down a little bit. I think that's what Eddie's trying to do right now. Although I don't think I've ever seen him run out of gas.
When you're adding a lot of pressure, though, through sheer energy, you can always wear yourself out, too.
No question. Go
Nice
for a
maneuver.
second slam.
Oh, baby, look at that.
Beautiful maneuver. Didn't get it.
Boy, that gains a man's respect, doesn't it, huh?
Unbelievable.
Gilbert thought he had him, but whoa. Mask almost had him.
That reverse somersault is a beautiful move, and if you can hook those legs as you come over and hold the guy down, it's over.
Well, he threw the top half of his body down to get the motion, got the leverage,
the momentum, right.
And then reached underneath and grabbed the legs.
Hooked the legs.
Done. Beautiful done. Beautiful. All right, side headlock by Eddie Gilbert on the Tiger Mask. Maneuvering here, feet moving, bodies moving slightly, trying to gain the edge.
There's a Beal. Beauty. Flying head scissors.
Maybe.
Well done. Well done by Eddie Gilbert. I've seen Eddie mix it up with some super heavyweights.
It just looks like he has the weight to do that.
Well, he can do it. His speed and agility he can get away with a lot of things. Of course, you get caught underneath and you're in trouble in a hurry.
Oh, yeah. You see you see Gilbert beefing up over a period of time to maybe another 10 or 15,
well,
20 pounds?
He's still a young man, and nice kip out of that head scissors. He's a young man, and I'm sure he's going to do some growing yet. Very serious about training into a weight program, and I'm sure he'll put on another 15 or 20 pounds.
Oh, nice leg takedown.
Leg trip. Beautiful. Fans are getting an education here.
They sure are. As I said earlier, the fans traditionally here at the Spectrum enjoy the sort of roughhouse tactics, but they do equally enjoy matches such as these.
Well, if they can't appreciate this type of wrestling, then they're not real wrestling fans.
That's right.
You don't hear anyone booing in the building or any snide remarks. They're enjoying this, as I am.
Well, we have we've got the midgets tonight. We've got a couple of other tag team matches. We've got some single matches. Superstar Billy Graham's here tonight. Chief J. Strongbow, Tony Garea, Sweet Hansen. We'll name more as we go along.
Deal into the corner.
Oh, look at
that.
Right
up top rope. Back flip.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Oh. A little bit of temper now. Gilbert with a clenched fist. A little upset being shown up.
Well, that was a rolling sabatu. That's Tiger Mask, one of his patented moves.
I won't ask you to say that a second time.
It's a karate.
Oh, look, Gilbert still taking heat.
Well, maybe Eddie figures that some of these karate moves shouldn't have been part of this match.
Well, I talked to Superstar Billy Graham a little while back about that, a month or so back, and he said it's all part of his new training, new philosophy.
It's all perfectly legal.
Yep.
Except the karate thrust to the throat. That's an automatic disqualification.
All right, so semi-side headlock on Tiger Mask by Eddie Gilbert. Tiger Mask trying to get something going and does reverses.
Twisted out to a standing wrist lock. Eddie's going to try to reverse this himself. He's going to have a little bit of a hard time because he's got the inside wrist lock and Tiger Mask has the outside. Tiger obviously has more left.
Oh, look at this, look at this.
Beautiful bridge.
Oh, my. This got to blow a guy's mind when he thinks he has the better of an opponent. The guy reverses on him.
Takes a lot of conditioning to do that. Here's a throw in.
Oh, there's that block again.
Almost caught him with it. Oh, right over. Nice move by Gilbert. He caught the head on the first one, but he dropped out of the way of that second one. Very clever move. There we go. Suplex. Beautiful suplex.
He almost has him in a pinning position. He can only take advantage of it.
There's a count.
Oh, close.
Doesn't matter what you cover your opponent with as long as you're covering it.
That's right.
Bit of possum there by Tiger.
Looks like it.
Another suplex. Reversed it.
Pile driver.
Reversed it into a pile driver.
This might be it. I don't know.
Tiger Mask going up to the top.
He's going where snooker flies, huh?
Oh, my God. Beautiful move. Eddie Gilbert, desperation rollout.
Fans are loving him. Listen to him. There's a count begun. 4.
Tiger Mask got the wind knocked clear.
All right, Gilbert pretty much on his own now. struggling to his feet.
Going for a turnbuckle.
Oh! Oh, nice!
Flying. Oh, reversed it right over. Hooked the leg. This is it. Oh, my God. Two great moves.
About a beat there before the count began. Oh!
Beautiful double chin lock. Flying chin lock there. Beautiful by Eddie Gilbert.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Tiger's looking for a little high ground right now.
I don't know if I blame him.
Going to try to suplex him back in. He's got it.
And does!
Beautiful.
Oh!
Double reverse Fredo. He got it. Both men
Just
went
that
for the
fast.
same move.
Just that fast.
Unbelievable end to that match. Tiger Mask knows he was in a match.
I think they both got a lesson in wrestling tonight, don't you think?
Unbelievable. Certainly did.
It is time. 11 minutes and 36 seconds. It is the winner, Tiger Mask.
Well, there's a certain amount of booing going on. I really don't know why. And they wind up congratulating one another, as well they should. All right, let's check the screens wherever you're watching tonight, fans. Here's the instant replay and the events leading up to the pin.
Beautiful chin lock there applied by Eddie Gilbert. Tiger Mask in a little bit of trouble right now.
And Gilbert's semi-stunned. Doesn't take advantage of it for the moment. Of course, Tiger Mask outside the ring. He's coming back in
And
real
he's going
fast.
to suplex him right back into the ring. He's going to go for the double cover here at the same time. He's going to reach over and try to hook his leg with his leg. But Tiger beat him to the draw. Just a matter of that quick.
Just about a matter of timing, huh? Okay, fans, we'll be back with more, but now let's check in with Cal Rudman, see what he has on tap for intermission. Cal?
Thanks, Dick. This is Cal Rudman for Spectrum Wrestling on PRISM. At intermission, I'll be back with two special interviews that you won't want to miss. Also, Dick Graham will have Fan Club Corner. Now, we'll be going right back to Gorilla Monsoon and Dick Graham at ringside. But first, here is a preview of a family movie, Legend of the Wild, premiering in December on PRISM.
In the spectacular Rocky Mountain wilderness, one man found peace of mind as he adopted nature's gentle, simple way of life. There was a special bond between him and the animals of the forest. They accepted him as a friend and protector, as one of their own. He lived in the rugged wilds alone. But when danger called, he was there. When there was trouble, he came. He was a friend and a hero to both man and animal. And to the world, he became a legend. Legend of the Wild.
Dick Graham here, my partner here at the microphones at ringside, the Spectrum, Gorilla Monsoon. And here's match number 2 in the ring right now. We see the participants. And now let's get the announcement.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next contest scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left from New York City, weighing 239 pounds. Here is the unpredictable Johnny Rod. And in the corner to my right, he hails from Japan, weighing in at 235 pounds. Here is Shin Kobayashi.
Shin Kobayashi, one of the superstars in Japan wrestling, one of of the upcoming greats and should be, in the near future, I think one of the best wrestlers ever to come out of Japan.
We see this a trend here in the United States. I know Backlund and numerous other wrestlers, yourself included, have wrestled in Japan numerous times, but you find this a trend this way now. Those Japanese wrestlers coming here.
They're looking for the Western recognition. They know that this is the mecca for professional wrestling. Places like the Spectrum and Madison Square Garden, they realize that this is where all the greatest talent in the world comes to for recognition. Therefore, they're sparing no expense whatsoever to send their potential superstars over here and get that needed recognition. Of course, he's in for a rough evening with Johnny Rodz because Johnny Rodz doesn't take a back seat to anybody.
Rodz is something else. He gets his share of the booze here at the Spectrum. Wherever he goes, I'll tell you, the guy's ready always to do business with you.
Pound for pound, Johnny Rodz. Beautiful. Another Sabato kick there.
Rodz is a basic wrestler. He gets a little fancy, but he doesn't like what he sees here with Chin Kobayashi.
I've seen Rodz on many occasions use some karate moves of his own, and I'm sure we'll see some here tonight.
Well, they finally make contact, and Rodz does like to psych his man as best he can. This is typical of Johnny Rodz. And he uses the same approach with Chin Kobayashi, his opponent tonight. But it's still young yet. Whoa!
Johnny's showing his superior strength here, but I'm sure this young Japanese wrestler will show a few moves of his own very shortly.
Whoa! Nice takedown.
Nice arm drag.
Another one.
Nice armbar applied here. Pressure on the wrist. Knee into the ribcage area for a little extra leverage. I know this, Dick. If it came to it out in the street, I'd want Rodz on my side.
Yeah, he's a brawler.
He's a brawler, and he's always in top condition. Takes care of his body. He knows that his body is his living, and he really takes care of it. Very, very conscientious about what he does all the time.
You know, it's funny when I talk wrestling with fans or just people I know who may not even be fans. They're surprised at the training regimen which the wrestlers go into. Nice arm drag, takedown by Kobayashi.
Done very well. It's extremely difficult. The amount of time they have to spend traveling to get to the different arenas where they're booked. It leaves them short sometimes as far as training time is concerned. So every possible minute that they can get in the gym, they'll take. But there's guys like Backlund who do it in the arenas. Rodz I've seen work out in arenas, as well as almost every pro at one time or another has worked out in an arena early in the afternoon or even when the matches are over. Still back with that arm bar and persisting to hold on to it. Of course, he's not going to beat a Johnny Rodz with it, but might wear him down a little bit.
Well, there's a knee to the back of the arm, the shoulder area. Rodz reaching out, trying to perhaps take his opponent down, break the pressure on the wrist. Here's the Rodz we know.
Into the ropes, drop down, nicely done. Oh,
he caught him.
And a karate shot of his own right to the chest area, and another. Dropping the elbow, beautiful. Don't give Rodz an inch because he'll take it all.
You talk about wearing your opponent down, though. He's sure doing that to Kobayashi.
Johnny not happy with the count. I don't blame him, really. It was a little slow. You let Rodz get the upper hand, and he won't quit. He'll stay on you and stay on you and stay on you from every angle. Using the ropes to his best advantage. Kobayashi outside on the arena floor.
All right, there's a good picture of it.
Kobayashi having a little trouble just getting to his feet there. Might have come down on his head. We couldn't tell from our vantage.
Now, hard to tell. Once at him, even before he gets back in the ring, and he's in, though. Another slash in the face, elbow. Another elbow.
Rod's very aggressive.
Oh! Reversal.
And another.
And a kick to the midsection. Elbow on Rod's head. Rod's wobbly. Oh, there's Johnny.
It's about to kick, but it wasn't on the mark there. Caught Johnny on the shoulder and arm. Headbutt.
Headbutt is right. Well, these are some of the maneuvers that Rod knows too well. He's on the receiving end now. Kick to the midsection. Another kick. Rod is really rocky right now. Kick to the back of the leg to take him down. On the ropes, got a break.
Well, I didn't expect to see Kobayashi use that particular move. Foot to the throat. That's.
Well, he was complaining about the moves that Rod gave him to the throat. I guess he feels he ought to give it back.
Rod's with a karate thrust to the head.
Well, you said he uses that from time to time.
Certainly
You weren't
does.
far wrong. Coming our way into the ropes. And an elbow karate chop.
With a handful of hair, Johnny gets him back to his feet. He's going to go for another one. Karate kick right to the throat. Beautiful. Well executed. John knows how to use every part of that.
Oh! He came down on his right elbow, and he's in pain.
Got a little overconfident.
Yes, he did.
Slam now. No.
Oh, baby. 1, 2, and then
Close. Kobayashi stunned a little bit too much to hold Johnny Rods up in that slam position.
a drop kick, and down goes Rod.
Kobayashi now throws Rods in.
Oh!
Right out of the way.
Woo!
Hooked the rope at the last second and left him hanging midair. Nowhere to go.
Well, I'll tell you, I've never ceased to be amazed at Rods and the maneuvers he has. And a body slam.
Nice slam. Johnny coming off the ropes.
Oh!
Big splash. Nobody there. Goes for the cover and never get him that way.
Rod throws him off.
You got to have Rods in a more compromising position than that to beat him. Side headlock on Kobayashi now.
Rod's trying to get to him in the midsection. End of the face.
Took that one right on the chin. Another one on the chin.
Oh, he catches one himself.
Turned into a slugfest here. Rods now with a whip in.
Back by...
Punch up. Sunset flip over the top.
Oh.
Not enough.
Rod gave a little kick in the head with his heel. Broke it.
Just in time.
Thought he had him. See some great wrestling tonight, Gorilla Monsoon.
No question. Super athletes. Rod's got...
All right, referee wants a break. Referee trying to pull Rod back, get him off the rope.
If he shoves the referee one more time, this could be it.
Whoa! I don't know how Kobayashi is staying on top of the ropes. He's just hanging there.
Kobayashi's in a lot of trouble right here.
He's limp. I didn't work for the 1 foot hooked under the top rope. He'd be gone. He'd be coming our way.
Right on the chin, Rod, from all the way across the ring. Coming for another one.
Oh!
That boot didn't quite make the mark. Trying for the chin, he caught him on the arm and shoulder. Coming for another one. Same place, arm and shoulder.
He's still hanging there. Instead of going in for the kill, he's cheering to the crowd. The crowd responding to him.
Kobayashi hanging on for dear life with that leg under the rope. Otherwise, he'd be down head first on the floor.
I think he was trying to indicate a chokehold there a moment ago.
Rod's really going to work on it now. Drops to the throat area.
Takes the elbow in the midsection. Down he
Kobayashi
goes.
finally out. Couldn't hang on anymore
Right
with
there
that
in front
leg.
of us.
If I were he, I'd have turned loose long ago, but out here. Kobayashi on Queer Street right now.
He is that. He's favoring one leg. This would be the left leg, or left knee, maybe.
A lot of guts. He's climbing right back in there, Dick.
Well, these are tremendous competitors. There's a knee, or an elbow, rather.
There's a karate shot to the chest area. Throw in by Kobayashi.
And down
karate
goes
elbow
Rod.
to the throat. Kobayashi's got his thing together here. Johnny Rod sends him in.
Shoulder block.
There it is, the Sabato kick. That one was on the mark.
Oh!
Another Sabato kick to the side of the head. Johnny's in trouble.
Beautiful.
Flying. He got it. Woo! Flying cross body off the rope. Very nice move by Kobayashi.
Beautiful.
Johnny not sure just exactly what happened. Actually, it was the Sabato kick that set up the whole thing.
Oh, it was right on the mark. He didn't miss with it.
Didn't miss with that second one. Right on the button.
All right, let's get the announcement. Get the decision.
Here is the time. 10 minutes and 15 seconds, and the winner, Shin Kobayashi.
All right, and you saw the introduction of Shin Kobayashi to the Spectrum fans tonight, and the winner. And here are the events leading up to the actual pin itself. Down goes Rod.
Beautiful karate chop there.
And they're still going at it in the ring. Rod's taking off after Kobayashi. A shoulder block, down goes Rod. Kobayashi was kicked, and down he goes.
What's his second Sabato kick? Well,
Here we are,
here
we are checking it out, and I'm telling you, Rod is incensed. He's really upset at the turn of events.
Referee trying to get him apart.
Kobayashi, very stunned, very bewildered. He thought the match was over. He had won, was prepared to go back to his dressing room. All of a sudden, Rod says, "No way. I don't like losing."
Well, this is completely foreign to Kobayashi. There is no such thing as what we've seen here that happens in Japan, Dick. There's no aftermath in any type
I think he wants it Rod's, and he's getting him. Kobayashi with a forearm to Roz, knocked him out of the ring.
Rod's giving the victory sign to the fans here in the Spectrum.
And the fans giving another sign back to Rod, huh? Okay. All right, fans. Well, we'll be back with more, but first, let's take a glimpse of movie Taps, which was filmed at nearby Valley Forge Military Academy.
I have been informed that Bunker Hill Academy is to be closed.
Sir, how can they do this?
With the stroke of a pen.
The lady said the proprietors ordered the school closed. Now, as I see it, we are the proprietors.
You tell us where you put those weapons, or this will be the sorriest day of your life.
All right, we have 3 demands. They're very reasonable. When they're met, we'll be happy to return every weapon, every shell.
You say we. Who else?
Number 1, I want a meeting with General
Put your
Bench.
hands behind your
You
back.
stay where you are, Sheriff.
My men, our tanks, our helicopters, we will take this campus.
They don't scare us, do they, Charlie?
No, sir. Me neither, sir. They don't scare me.
What in God's name did they teach you in here?
You and I have nothing more to talk about.
All right, here's instant replay of the pin coming up of the previous match. Kobayashi knocks down Rods, goes in now for the kill.
Flying tackle here, Dick. High one,
right
beauty.
on top of him. Referee in good position, and there you have the pin. And of course, the excitement right now, fans, as we check the ring, is the arrival of the Midgets, a tag team match.
Boy, this should be a beauty, Dick. These are 4 of the greatest midget wrestlers in the world today. Skylo Low and Little Beaver, 2 of the outstanding pro midget wrestlers in the entire world.
All right, they're in the ring, and we'll be getting the announcement momentarily. Of course, everybody looks forward to the antics of the midgets, so let's find out about them. Here we go.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting those fabulous midgets in a tag team match scheduled for 1 fall with a 30-minute time limit Introducing in the corner to my right from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 89 pounds, here is Sky Lolo. And his partner from Texas, weighing in at 115 pounds, here is Butch Cassidy. And in the corner to my right, from Montreal, Canada, weighing 110 pounds, here is Little Beaver. And his partner, also from Montreal, Canada, weighing in at 95 pounds, here is Sonny Boy Baloo.
Sonny Boy Blue and Little Beaver, what a combo. Sky Lolo, the man of 1,000 expressions.
He is, I say this affectionately, he is bad news, you know that?
Oh, my God, he's unbelievable.
He had some stunts the last time he was here. I tell you, it was almost X-rated.
If this Butch Cassidy gets any bigger, he'll be out of that category, Dick.
Yeah. It's funny, you got the different sizes of these young fellas. Butch Cassidy, obviously much taller than any of them. A little bit heavier, what, around 115. The fun has begun.
Yeah, Beaver said he's got something on his head there. He wants to straighten this all out.
Oh, don't mess with... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A little agitation there, I tell you. Bad blood, maybe. Oh, Sky Lolo. Look out. He may cause you to laugh, but he means business.
He's a roughhouse.
Yes,
He's
he
get
is.
in there and mix
He's
it
hot
up.
stuff. He gets the crowd going, doesn't he, huh?
Here we go with the action.
Little Beaver and little Sky Lolo locking horns there, winding up on the rope. Woo, woo.
Held himself back. Great restraint on this part of Sky.
I don't know how much sympathy he's going to get from Dusty Feldbaumer tonight, but I would want to be Dusty in the middle of these guys.
Sky hung up there.
He is that, all right. Clean break? Let's find out. I don't know. Whoa! Woo!
A little affectionate tap there.
Oh, he's murdered. Look at him. He'll remember. Uh-oh. He's gone for the
right up again.
Ah!
Right.
Get him a shot. Get your shot back. Nice one. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'll tell you. Got the fans are going crazy tonight.
I'm a fan when it comes to these guys.
Sure.
Right?
Who can hate him?
Cassidy in there now with Sonny Boy.
Right.
Nice single leg takedown.
All right. Good kick. Breaking the hold.
I think, Dick, that Butch Cassidy is actually considered a dwarf, not a midget. I think that Beaver might be in that same category, but Sky and Sonny Boy are definitely midgets.
We look at the body lines of Butch Cassidy. Has sort of a conventional build, if you will. Good shoulders. Hey! Oh, little fighting, huh? Oh, not very. Must have been somebody else, right?
Well, Beaver's going to come in and straighten it all out.
Go, Bonner. Whoa! Getting on the backside.
He got even.
As he swung by, Sky Lolo says, I don't know. I can't help you. He says he bit me.
Sky's checking it out now.
He's looking for teeth marks.
Looking for the evidence.
Whoa! Whoa!
was fighting the referee. Dusty will count him right out there in a second.
He let Dusty know how it felt to be bitten. All right, here to make contact again. Side headlock by Sonny Boy Blue. Still maintaining the pressure on the head of Butch Cassidy. Oh, shoulder block, and down he goes.
Nice move by
Very nice. I think the thing everybody enjoys, I know I do, about the midgets wrestling is the fact that it's so fair. They're super quick and do a great job. It's really entertaining. Oh,
another shoulder block.
Yep. He gets his 95 pounds in gear as he is right now. Oh, look at that.
Cross body.
Nice kick out, though, but nice maneuver.
Nelson. I don't think you can reach him.
Well,
he does have his hands back there.
Got a height advantage for sure.
Easily broken.
Look at that, Daddy.
Look at that, Daddy.
He wants him to put it on again.
No!
He can't lock those fingers. He can't reach around there. His arms aren't long enough. This guy giving directions in the corner of how to break it.
Sonny Boy Blue giving it right back to him.
Wants him to put it on here.
Oh, here's the tag.
He'll be able to reach it.
And does. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the fingers locked.
Yes, he does. All right. He grabs for the rope.
Referee wants him to break it. Who's going to break it?
Break it.
Well, he only did what he was told.
Oh, watch. Here we go. Sky low.
Try to look at determination on his face.
Oh.
Beaver very quick. Hammerlock applied here.
Get out of here!
This guy's not sure who hit it.
All right. Will Beaver causing trouble there. Skylo's got to be watching both ways, it looks to be.
Another hammerlock.
Get him out! Get him out! Get him out!
Oh,
Whoa!
a little dissension in the ranks
A
here.
little bit, Gorilla. Here's Sonny Boy Blue in now, and Skylo low.
Get him over here!
Reluctantly.
Don't you hit him. Justin Callbomber saying, little Beaver, don't you hit him.
Get him out!
Oh, he's going for the slipper.
Oh! Woo! You hear that? The top section of the spectrum.
The bells are ringing right now.
Time for church.
Oh, we're going to go another time.
Skylo says, no. Oh, hold it.
I got the rope.
Caught his own partner. This guy's been around a long time. 2 times in a row. He's not going to get him.
No, you don't get him twice. He went by. He looked at us. As if to say,
Sonny Boy caught it flush, almost on the eye. This guy tags out. He said, I had enough for one evening.
Here's the elbow. By Butch Cassidy.
Going for a slam here.
Yeah, there he goes. Oh!
on the chest. Oh, it wasn't there. Look at Sky out of the corner. Here we go. We're all in there. Hey, Beaver slowing everything down to a stop. Slingshot. Oh, right into the top turnbuckle. This should be it. Hook the leg. 3 count, he got him.
Oh, man, alive. Beautiful, beautiful.
Sky having another match in the corner with a rope in the corner over there.
This guy's talking to himself, man. He can't stand it.
I enjoy that. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Joe McCune, and get the results.
Here is the time, 8 minutes and 11 seconds on the winners. Little Beaver and Sonny Boy Baloo.
Well, there you have it. Let's check it out. Here we go. It's a battle royal. Everybody's on the move. Little Beaver giving a shot to Butch Cassidy. Down he goes. And
here comes the slingshot, Dick. Watch this maneuver here. They're going to slingshot him right up into the top turnbuckle.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at the leverage. Pow.
Bam. Right in the head.
Down, and there he is. Beaver right on top of him. You count to 3, and that's it.
Watch him hook the leg here, Dick, for security.
Well, fans, Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon, Billy Wilder are reunited in the comedy Buddy Buddy, which premieres in December on PRISM.
This is the story of 2 men who met on the off-ramp of the highway of life.
Sorry, I was throwing up.
They met by coincidence, became friends.
Come on back. I promise not to tie you up again.
By accident.
Oh, it is a lucky thing I wound up next door to you. You know what they say, the kindness of strangers.
Stayed together by necessity.
What have I done to deserve this?
And survived by mistake.
Let me do the job.
You?
Yeah, I have nothing to lose. Besides, I owe you one.
What are you gonna do? Walk across the street and throw up all over him?
They were eternal friends. And sometimes life got a little hairy.
Wait a minute! No!
But what's a little murder between friends?
No!
The original odd couple together again. Buddy Buddy.
Contest. It is scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left from New York City, weighing in at 235 pounds, it is Jose Estrada. And his opponent in the corner to my right from Elk River, Minnesota, weighing 237 pounds, it is Kurt Hennig.
Barney Solomon is the 3rd man in the squared circle. And Estrada, of course, as we've seen so many times over the years, wrestling here at the Spectrum, is a very workmanlike advocate of wrestling. He does a beautiful job. The man always comes ready to go against his opponent. I think Hennig tonight's going to be in for a wrestling exhibition. He's going to be in for a real lesson tonight, or a series of lessons, because Estrada has seen it all, as Johnny Rodz has. He knows all the holds. He knows all the maneuvers. And, whoa! Did I speak too soon? I thought maybe Hennig wasn't ready. Looks like he is. Body slam. Hennig doesn't even have his jacket off. Now he does.
Kurt Hennig, no stranger to pro wrestling, as Eddie Gilbert comes from a wrestling family. Woo. Father, Larry the Axe Hennig, what a teacher.
We're not implying that Hennig wasn't ready, but I thought Estrada really come on with it.
Nice side headlock takeover. Look at the pressures applying here, Dick.
He's got his whole body up in the air.
Whole body suspended on his toes for extra leverage. Strata may be in for a long evening.
Maybe.
This youngster has got some nice moves. I'm sure we're going to see him here tonight.
Well, he's come a long way since we first saw him about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago here.
Had some serious knee problems. Knocked him out of the box for a while, but came right back just like a pro and is right back in that heavy action again, trying to build a reputation.
Well, Strata maneuvered Henning over his body, so to speak, and was using the back of the trunks for leverage. I don't know whether he'll try it again. He just did that a moment ago.
Well, Jose knows all those little tricks. If there's a way to do something illegally and get away with it, I guarantee you Jose knows what it is.
What? Still
really
using
hanging onto that side headlock.
Yes, he is. Still using all that weight of his, over 200 pounds, 220, 225, 230.
Handful of hair by Jose.
Solomon watching very carefully the hair pulls. Whoops, temptations.
It's a good way to wear a man down, Dick, with his side headlock. It's not a hold that you're going to beat somebody with, but you know, if you can apply enough pressure, if you're given the proper angles, it's just like a sleeper hold, really.
Cut off some of the blood.
You're cutting the supply of blood from the carotid artery to the brain, and it makes things get a little fuzzy.
Who could say better than you could just what that does?
Unfortunately, I've known them all, Dick. Many people ask me every day, why did you retire from professional wrestling? And my standard answer is there's too many young guys that want to beat on my old body.
Well, you not only paid your dues, you supplied a lot of excitement for a lot of years.
Well, I hope I did, Dick.
No doubt, no doubt.
Still holding on to that side headlock. Good pressure, too.
Your son's here tonight, I understand. Where
yes.
does he stand when it comes to wrestling? Is he in?
Well, he's not into wrestling, Dick. He's a baseball player.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay, well, I know what you mean. All right, Henning still maintains a side headlock on.
Look at that pressure.
Estrada, yo, look at it.
Good way to get a cauliflower right there.
Estrada, if he's going to break this, may have to resort to devious tactics.
I'm not sure he will. He knows all the right ways to break it, Dick, but unfortunately he uses all the wrong ways. He's got a hold of the hair right there. Well, a little bit of it.
Oh, he's trying to lock hands. No?
There, he keeps into the hair. Actually, that's a decided advantage for him because he doesn't have any hair.
Grab the beard, maybe. All right, there's a hair pull, and Solomon says, forget it. Tremendous card here tonight, fans. Tremendous indeed.
Throw off it.
Oh, nice, shoulder block, and down goes Estrada.
Beautiful maneuver. Nice drop kick.
Oh.
Henning almost landing on his feet, right back to the side headlock. Nice piece of work.
All right, Henning knows he has something going on that headlock. That's where he is again with Estrada on the short end. We've got superstar Billy Graham tonight, Jay Strongbow, Sweet Hansen, Tony Gurria, Buddy Rose, and the champion Bob Backlund in return tonight. I'm telling you, fans, and that's not all. A couple more tag team matches along the way.
Well, that lumberjack match, Dick, with Bob Backlund has got to be a super event. We're going to have at least 12 to somewhere between 12 and 20 men surrounding this ring, pro wrestlers, to keep these guys inside that ring. And this could lead to almost anything. Anything could happen here tonight at the Spectrum.
A man wants out for one reason or other. He's going to throw him right back in.
Oh, there's no way he's going to stay outside the ring.
Right.
Estrada still trying to break this very strongly put on side headlock. It'll wear you down after a while.
Well, finally, maybe, we'll say both men getting to their feet, not quite.
Never seen anyone submit from a side headlock. I've seen it be a means to an end in many cases.
You mentioned the sleeper hold a little while ago.
A right hand to the rib cage by Jose.
Oh! All right, now body slam. And now that buys Estrada with a time, kind of.
Kick out.
Body slam again. Down he goes.
Right back to the side headlock.
Right
Beautiful
back.
maneuver. Stick with what got you there, Dick.
That's the old
Name
saying.
of the game.
True.
I've seen some fantastic matches down the road between this young gentleman, Curt Hennig, and a fellow we saw earlier tonight, Eddie Gilbert.
Okay.
Very excellent scientific matches. People loved them.
Well, you've got a problem there in a sense built in for Eddie Gilbert because Hennig enjoys the height advantage, more leverage perhaps.
Gilbert a little bit on the quicker side.
Yeah.
But they make for very interesting matches. They're not the knockdown, drag-out, you know, behind-the-bar type matches, but they are interesting.
Well, Henning still maintains, he's tenacious, maintains that side headlock, back kind of where they were before. Both men now physically are on their feet, but still the hold is maintained. There's an elbow to the side, the ribs of Henning by Estrada. All right, break the hold and shoulder block, and down goes Estrada. Oh, and a knee into the midsection.
Right in the solar plexus.
That bought Estrada some time. He's still favoring his side of his head, though.
Decisive weight advantage here for Estrada. I'm surprised he's not trying to utilize it. In this particular weight class that these fellows are in, Dick, you give away 10, 20 pounds, you're giving away a lot of weight.
Oh.
Well, that'll give you a negative attitude. Old size 13 to the rib cage.
You know, a lot of people say, gee, Estrada's, you know, has him at a disadvantage. Why didn't they do something about it? Well, sometimes the man's been on the short end for so long, as Estrada has been for the past few minutes. He's trying to get himself back together again.
Oh, no question. He doesn't have his act together right now.
No, not entirely. Well, what a competitor. Oh!
Right again, right to the solar plex, the right hand.
Yep. Barney Solomon say, hey, open that hand. No fist.
His ears are still ringing, I can guarantee you, from the side headlock.
He's still
looking for a little crowd recognition, which he's not going to get.
Not here. All right, there's working on that midsection again. Estrada with a punch to the gut of Henning, if you will. Knee.
No, Gilbert doesn't have the, Henning doesn't have the experience to know what to do at this point. If I were in there and taking a beating to the midsection like he's getting from Estrada, I'd just bail out.
You rule outside the ring.
Bail right out of there.
Well, you know, sometimes a guy doesn't want the fans to see you do that because, you know, they boo you and all. But that's their response. You're the one taking the shots.
Absolutely.
Oh! All right. Henning giving it back now.
Give him the old tasty cake sign and take 10.
No 10 here. 10 fingers, man.
Oh, strong turnbuckle.
Oh!
Gilbert moves in with a right hand. Beautiful move.
Oh, drop kick. Henning back in the move again.
Didn't catch him real good with that drop kick, Dick, but enough to stun him a little bit. There's another. Oh, he walked right out of the way.
He came down to the back of his head, and Estrada knows it.
Elbow drop.
Maybe. 1, 2.
He's got him.
Yeah, that's it.
He got hurt so bad, Dick, on that missed drop kick that Estrada didn't even have to hook his leg to get the 3
I noticed that. Good point.
Knocked the wind right out of him.
All right, Estrada knew exactly what he was doing every moment and caught Henning in a stunned situation. Get right down on, got the pin, 1, 2, 3, and let's get the official announcement.
Here is the time, 8 minutes and 47 seconds, and the winner, Jose Estrada.
All right, mixed boos and cheers, but nevertheless, that's the way it is. You saw it, whether you like it or not. Let's check the screen now. Here we go. Here's Henning with a kick. A drop kick and missed it entirely.
Down, almost on the back of his head, Dick.
Yeah.
I think maybe he didn't get the wind knocked at him, but he got stunned pretty good.
And that didn't help anyone with an elbow.
No. Look, he never hooked a leg. He knew he had him.
No. We are at the Spectrum tonight, wrestling as you like it, and I'm telling you, they're liking it plenty tonight. 11 big matches. Grill 'em on soon. Yours truly, Dick Graham. Got a lot coming up because Superstar Billy Graham is scheduled next. Former. Oh boy.
Hey, we've got all the families out here tonight, Dick.
Don't you remember seeing me? I was talking to you down there.
All right. Terrific.
God, what's happening, you guys?
Well, we're going to be looking forward to seeing former world champion, superstar Billy Graham.
Hey, what's happening?
Well, he'll be coming out momentarily, and as a matter of fact, here he comes.
Chief Jay Strongbow making his way down to the ring. Fans love him.
Graham, I'll tell you something else. We may be underway. I don't know. We may not have time for an introduction.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next contest, it is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left from Paradise Valley, Arizona, weighing 260 pounds, here is superstar Billy Graham. And his opponent from Pawhuska, Oklahoma, weighing 248 pounds, here is the co-holder of the World Wrestling Federation's Tag Team Championship. Here is Chief Jay Strongbow.
All right, the fans are ready, and I know you are. As PRISM Television brings you tonight another exciting match. Superstar Billy Graham and the Chief Jay Strongbow.
A little reluctant to turn loose of those bells. He wanted to do a job on Superstar's noggin.
Well, there's no love here, I'll tell you.
Graham complaining to the referee something about Jay, the way he's something he's got on his body or something here. We don't really know yet at this point. Superstar heavy into the karate himself now. Oh, quick advantage here by Chief Jay. Beautiful chop. Down goes the Superstar. He certainly didn't expect that.
No, he didn't. The Chief's giving it to him right back.
Well, the Chief knows he can't pull out any stops here tonight. He's in there with a former world champion, and this is going to be another great big feather in that bonnet that he wears if he can get a victory over Superstar Billy Graham.
Well, Graham's on a comeback trail as far as the wrestling in this area goes.
Went for the bear hug.
Oh!
Chief went right through the legs. Well, I'm sure Graham's intentions are to use Chief Jay Strongbow as a stepping stone, try to get to Bob Backlund's title. Or anybody else's title.
Well, I'll tell you, I think Superstar Billy Graham is welcome back here, though they boo him. They look forward to his return, and here he is. Strongbow applying pressure there with the left arm and hand of Graham. Graham will try to break it, does. He lays a karate chop. Didn't quite come off, though.
Strongbow right back to the armbar.
Graham likes to be in control, and really right now, so far, is not in control.
Not going to be an easy match for either one of these fellas.
You know, people rule out Chief Jay when he was a victim of the figure 4 leg lock of Greg Valentine a few years ago. They thought he was finished forever, but he came back.
Oh, no question. It looked bad that night. I was there, Dick, at ringside. I took him to the hospital. It really looked like the termination of his career. But the determination he had, unbelievable. Beautiful karate chop there. Right back to that standing wrist lock, standing armbar.
Strongbow still very much in control. Billy Graham so far on the short end. Hasn't been able to get himself going with his various karate moves against Strongbow so far.
Anybody that has seen the Superstar knows he can absorb an enormous amount of punishment in that place.
He's tough cookie.
He's absorbing some right now.
Well, Jay knows he's got it going his way. He's going to keep applying that pressure. And Dick Worley
checking him out.
Going to give up? No way.
Chief would like to get Superstar in a compromising position to the point where he could apply that sleeper hold. I'm sure that's his game plan.
Well, we'll find out, Gorilla Monsoon, how right you are.
not going to make a superstar submit. It's not going to happen. I buy that. I've never argued against it. Look at that. The muscles of his neck. The man is really put together. Look at him. Right to the eye gouge. Well, that's not unusual for superstar Billy Graham. And he was desperate. Fans giving it to him. One of the highlight matches of the evening. Yes, it is. Graham going to work on him now. The Chief in big trouble now. Superstar shooting for the heart. A couple of punches, now the knees in the heart area. Now literally just pummel on, just pushing against the throat. Trying to use a referee, but he can't use a Dick Worley. Meanwhile, Strongbow really in trouble. Choked in the corner. He is. Graham definitely in control at this point. Whips him in. Go for the bear hug. He's got a bear hug. This is the Cobra bear hug he's always talking about. His greatest weapon. Chief is fighting for his life. Graham, like a python, squeezing. Chief in a lot of pain right now. The whole key here is don't let your opponent be able to expand his chest and breathe, and pretty soon the lights go out. Looks like the Chief is trying desperately now to break it. Double chop to the head will break it. Strongbow favoring his back. Graham right back to the bear hug. Well, he knew what it was. It inflicted a lot of pain. Many a man has gone down from that particular hole right there. Single chop. Wasn't enough to break it. Chief's eyes are getting glazed over, I tell you. Chops are losing some of their sting. He's trying to go limp. Superstar hanging on. Will not give up. Here comes the crowd. With the chant, "Let's go, Chief." Be surprised how that fires you up. It gets the old adrenaline flowing. It does. See how far it can take him, though. He's still applying some pressure back again. A sound that makes the bell ring a little bit. Chief's still in a lot of trouble. Coming off the rope, slid through the legs. Right to the sleeper. He got it. He's got the sleeper. Right in the center of the ring. This could be trouble for Superstar. He turned it into a side headlock. Oh, double collision. Shoulder block, and down goes Superstar. Keep outside the ring. The count's begun. The count of 4. Count of 5. Count of 6. 7. All right. Graham unwrapping the tape off his wrist now. Referee does not see it. Well concealed. He knows that they're... All Worley knows that to get off the rope. He doesn't see the wrapping. Chief is being choked out right at this point. He really is. Still got that tape wrapped around the Chief's neck. Referee hasn't seen it yet. Very well concealed by Superstar. Chief's in a lot of trouble. Graham just stalking him at this point. Well, the Chief, he's going into the famous war dance. There goes that strap. Stopped him with a chop. Graham's favoring his left eye, his right eye. There goes the war dance. Beautiful knee lift. And another. Fans, I tell you, they're going crazy. And one more. Chop to the head. Turnbuckle. Walked right into a knee, didn't catch it. Oh, karate shot. Outside right to the neck. Might even have been in the throat area. And there counts again. Down to 4, 5, 6. Chief is trying to get back in. Not going to make it. Dick. Chief J. Strongbow took that karate chop to the neck, could not make it back in. Still on him. Superstar still on the Chief.
And they're still brawling in the corner. Here comes the Superstar
right out in front of him. He doesn't want any more of the Chief. Strongbow upset, and rightly so. That might have been a disqualification move there by Superstar Billy Graham. He might have used a karate thrust to the throat. Well, maybe we can pick it up on a replay.
Maybe so. All right, let's get the official announcement here. Let's do it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, in 9 minutes and 46 seconds, Chief J. Strongbow was counted out, and the winner, Superstar Billy Graham.
All right, maybe find out what really happened here. All right, in the corner, Chief takes a shot with the knee. There's a karate chop.
It wasn't exactly in the throat, Dick, but it was behind and below the ear.
All right.
And that'll put the lights out for you. Tough one for Chief J. Strongbow here tonight in the Spectrum.
Well, he thought he had him, and everybody else did, too. Well, coming up next is Swede Hansen versus Tony Garea. Cal Rudman talked with Tony earlier. Here's what Tony said he must do to defeat Swede Hansen.
This is Cal Rudman with the handsomest profile in professional wrestling, the pride of New Zealand, Tony Garea. That cracks you up.
Hey, you do, Cal. Sure does.
How's your profile going to look after you fight Swede Hansen?
Well, I hope it stays much the same. I know he's a big man. He's a strong man. He outweighs me by about 60 pounds, and I'm just going to have to help maneuver him the best I can, and I'm not going to try and match him strength against strength because I know he's way stronger than me.
Yeah, there's nobody faster in the ring than you are, Tony.
Well, thank you. I try and keep in top shape all the time. It gets a little hard, but just keep at it.
Now I want to ask you about the most important members of the Garea family. You have two sons. I want you to tell me about your oldest son, Ivan.
Well, Ivan, he's a 15-year-old running back from Hamden High School there in Connecticut. And today, before I came down, I had the pleasure of watching him play. And he's really turning out good. 6'3", 185-pound middle linebacker. And watch for him in the future. I think he's going to make it.
What's your other son's name, Tony?
Paul, and he plays basketball, baseball, and football.
A while back in one of our many personal private conversations, I asked you if your sons had watched you in your matches and what reaction they had when they saw their old man in the ring, and you gave me a very interesting answer. Do you recall it?
I don't actually recall the answer that I gave you, Sal, but they get pretty excited when I take them once in a while to watch me wrestle.
You had said you were taking a few lumps and you looked over and they were very quiet.
Yes, yeah. I guess they feel for their old man when he's out there, getting some money to put some bread on the table.
Do you figure this Christmas is about the last Christmas you'll be able to take Ivan?
I think so. As I said to you before, I'll have to knock him out this Christmas or otherwise it'll be all over.
Well, good luck to you, Tony Garea, in your match with Swede Hansen.
All right, interesting comments Tony Garea made to Cal Rudman a few moments ago. And in the ring now is one half of the next match, definitely from the southern part of our country, Swede Hansen.
Got that old rubber flag out there, Dick. South shall rise again.
Yeah, well, maybe so.
I'll tell you, when you get in the ring with a Swede, you're in for a rough evening. Very raw-boned, well-experienced pro wrestler who knows all the tricks of the trade.
Here's very popular Tony Garea making his entrance now.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left from Slaughter's Creek, North Carolina, weighing in at 290 pounds, here is Swede Hansen. And his opponent in the corner to my right from Auckland, New Zealand, weighing 240 pounds, here is Tony Garea.
This should be a beauty, Dick. Yeah. Tony Garea, 5-time co-holder of the World Tag Team Championship. It doesn't happen by accident.
Nope.
You've got to have it all together to be able to do that.
Well, Garea has shown us tremendous nights here at the Spectrum, night after night. Tremendous athlete, tremendous knowledge of wrestling.
Looking around right now, Dick, for a new tag team partner. Spoke with Tony earlier.
Do you have any names dropped?
Well, he seems to like Rocky Johnson and things that Rocky Johnson can do, and I think would make one a heck of a team.
Well, we're about to find out later on as our matches progress. Rocky Johnson's scheduled tonight, so maybe we can take a look at him and say, hey, maybe it could happen. Maybe he could team up with Tony Garea. Meanwhile, Garea has his own work cut out tonight.
Back right into the corner.
He sure does.
Sweet with a clean break. Can't believe it.
Well, surely it.
Well, maybe it's the holiday season.
Men of goodwill, but not necessarily in the squared circle.
Swede laughing. Oh! That wasn't a clean. Woo! That one popped up. He's laughing. Third tier.
Well, the man from New Zealand felt that one. Trying to get to his feet, but Swede won't let him. Moves right in on him.
No wasted effort on the part of the Swede. Everything he does has a meaning.
He doesn't move fast. He's not a quick wrestler.
Very methodical.
Very, very meticulous. Like he has all night.
Look at that knee to the rib cage. Didn't want the referee to count any further. Not going to beat Tony Garea with a knee.
Gentlemen, properly tattooed on the arms. Headbutt.
Headbutt. Woo. First time I've seen the Swede use that.
Sedgman headache number 5 is going.
Another weapon in his arsenal. Look at him kicking at Garea, saying, "Get up, kid." Another headbutt.
Down the inside of the right leg. Does Swede Hansen. Garea really in pain right now.
That particular move make you wish you were home in front of the TV, doesn't it?
Well, sure will.
Swede hurts you with everything he does. Every punch, every kick, every chop. Well, Tony hit that turnbuckle very much on his side that time. That could break your ribs.
If you notice, I know you do, you've seen him wrestle so many times. Swede Hansen's very methodical. He doesn't make a move unless he has every effort behind it, all his energy.
Absolutely. And he's flat-footed with everything he does, so he gets all 290 or 300 pounds behind it. Tony's taking a lot of punishment here.
He is. That may take its toll as we go along. Oh, forearm.
Swede just turned his head. Just turned his head and said, "Is that it? Is that all you got?"
Back to the headbutt again. Comes that knee again.
Doesn't ask any quarter, doesn't give any.
Got nothing fancy about it, just likes to brutalize you. All right, Hansen, let's start counting a little bit.
He wants to be a referee now. He doesn't have enough problems.
Well, who's going to argue? Don't forget now, we're looking ahead one match, not to discount this one. Playboy Buddy Rose will be going for that belt against Bob Backlund. So don't go away, fans, and lots more action following that. All right, Garea on the comeback trail here now. Series of forearm smashes to the face and head of Swede Hansen. Got him in the corner, beating on him.
Boy, Tony figured he'd have done. Oh, the whole ring moved about 10 inches.
I believe you're right.
Beautiful right hand.
He goes to work for sure.
Whip in, back drop.
Body drop.
Oh, might have to place a few boards in the ring after that one.
All right. Really upset.
Suckered him right into that left hand. Side headlock, throw off by Gurria. Shoulder, down he goes. Swede going into the ropes. Oh, Tony followed him right in. It looks like a sunset roll-up. Oh, he couldn't get him.
Tony,
right outside the ring.
Did you see that? He literally just pushed Gurria outside the ring.
Tony wasn't up high enough on that move to get the proper leverage.
Back to it again.
He may try it, but the Swede is so big that that move might not work on him, maybe. Tony around the post, back in the other side.
Side headlock. There goes that
Swede outside. They both knocked heads on that.
All right, now we get the count. 2. Count of 3. 4. Swede trying to get back in. 5. Gurria's still down. 6.
Swede going up the turnbuckle. Oh, he didn't reach it. Elbow drop by Gurria. A beauty, hook the leg, he's got him.
Hey, all right. That took everything that Gurria had, though.
He knew he was in a battle tonight.
I'm wondering the pounding he took earlier, Gurria Monsoon, whether he could have taken too much more.
I doubt it very much because Swede hurts you every time. Every time he hits you or kicks you, he hurts you, does damage. Can't for the life of me see why Swede went up to that top turnbuckle, made an attempt to dive 3/4 of the way across the ring. Can't believe it.
Here is the time, 5 minutes and 26 seconds, and the winner, Tony Gurria.
I think Big Tony's glad to get out of the skin tonight. He really's been in a real battle.
Swede might have come down with one arm underneath him and knocked the wind out of himself on that move.
Maybe so. Well, the Swede not very good shape either. He's trying to collect his thoughts so he can get back together again. All right, let's check the event now.
Look at this dive here. His elbow right underneath him.
He missed.
He knocked the wind out of himself. And Tony helped him a little bit more with the elbow drop.
Right there.
Watch him hook the leg. Only way to hold down a guy with Swede's ability.
All right, the main event championship match is next, fans. But first, here's some scenes from a movie returning to PRISM in December.
As a young scientist travels deeper and deeper into his own mind, he gets closer and closer to the point of no return.
I'm asking you to put the experiment off until we understand a little more in order to minimize the risk.
Oh, wait.
I'm really frightened.
What the hell was that?
You made it real. You can make it unreal. You love me.
States.
All right, here at the Spectrum, Gorilla Monsoon. What is this? We've got more action in December.
Well, we've got a special Christmas card of wrestling coming to the University City Center. That's at 31st and Walnut on Monday, December 27th. With an 8 o'clock start, we'll have the complete lineup for you before our PRISM telecast is over this evening with all the great bouts that will be appearing.
Well,
it's going to be a fantastic night.
Ought to be terrific. Hey, look who's here in the ring.
Special guest referee for this main event, S.D. Jones.
S.D. Special Delivery Jones. The fans picking up on him. They love him. Haven't seen him actively wrestling here for a couple of months, but here he is wrestling in his own fashion in the past, coming now to referee the pretty one. And he's got the ladies with him. Look out. Here he comes, the Playboy himself. Mercy. If she ever fills out, she's going to be dynamite.
Oh, my gosh.
Lovely child, lovely child.
And his entourage. Anxious to see who are some of the guys that are going to be out here around this ring in this lumberjack pick. Wasn't posted earlier, but should be very interesting. They should start to file down here very shortly.
When I come to the ring, you shall rise!
Highly unlikely.
Oh, my. Here he come. Here they come. You talk about the wrestlers are going to be around the ring.
There's Eddie Gilbert, Salvatore Bellomo.
All right.
Kurt Hennig, Pedro Morales, Rocky Johnson, Chief J. Jules.
There's our
Tony
amigo.
Rocky, how are you? Let's see who came down there.
All right.
Lumberjack matchstick. This is a lumberjack. All these wrestlers will surround the ring. They will guarantee that should either opponent try to leave the ring or be thrown out of the ring, he will immediately be thrown back into the ring. This way, we definitely will have a positive finish once and for all to this confrontation between Playboy Buddy Rose and the champion Bob Backlund.
Well, Buddy Rose threw down the gauntlet verbally, saying, "Come on, Backlund, you afraid of me?" Here he comes, the champion.
Bobby Backlund with manager Arnold Stolen. This is for all the marbles.
He's crazy tonight.
Woo! Fans are on their feet. I see Sweet Hansen out there, Mr. Fuji, Baron Cicluna, Kobayashi, Choo-Choo, Superstar, Johnny Rod, Mr. Saito, all at ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the feature attraction of the evening. 4 great bouts to follow. Before introducing the principals, I'd like to introduce to you one of the most popular managers in professional wrestling today, Arnold Stolen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a lumberjack match. It is for the heavyweight championship of the World Wrestling Federation. It is scheduled for one fall to a finish. Introducing the challenger in the corner to my left, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 256 pounds. Here is Playboy Buddy Rose. And in the corner to my right is the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion from Princeton, Minnesota, weighing 234 pounds. Here is Bob Backlund.
Fans giving Backlund a standing ovation here.
They sure have. It's crazy here tonight, man. Woo! Love it. Well, it's a who's who of wrestling, you name them. Superstar Billy Graham, Mr. Saito. We've got Kobayashi, Miguel Cicluna, Mr. Fuji, Palomo, you name it. Everybody's here.
Sight job being done now, Dick, by both men.
Right.
SD's not going to have any of that. Checking him out now. I'm sure he'll get things underway very shortly.
Well, I'll tell you, when it's all said and done, Rose is a very fine athlete, though, when you get...
No question. He can do it all.
That's right. When you get by the pretty girls and all that stuff, the guy can do it.
When the bell rings, he's strictly business.
Yes, he is. Here we go.
Going through his ritual now.
All right, S.D. Jones checking out the wrestling attire.
Not the greatest body in the world, but he gets a lot of mileage out of it.
He's very quick, though, you know?
Yes, he is. I've seen him do kip-ups, backflips, one-arm push-ups.
Rose just yelled over the back, and where are your girls? Backlund.
Rose trying to psych him out here a little bit. Ring psychology is so important.
S.D. Jones must be saying, hey, come on, I got a train to catch. What are we doing here? All right, Chief J. Strongbow just went by us. Everybody's here. All the wrestlers wanting to help out the ladies.
Rose saying some kind of a prayer in the corner. Boy, you should have said a lot of those today. Backlund is ready for this match.
Whoa! Can't bail out tonight, folks.
You can, but you'll be ejected right back in.
That's right. No place to hide. All right. Breaking there. Monarch and Queenbridge. Whoa!
Nice block by the out. Beautiful. Short forearm. There he goes. Right back in again. Oh! No way you're going to get out of there tonight. You might take some worse lumps out there.
Put this away for sure.
Over the top rope, upside down, right on the floor.
Pick him up and throw him in again.
There's Paloma, Rocky Johnson, right back inside. Fans love it.
Well, they came for action, and boy, are they getting it tonight, man. Woo!
Get a shot of Graham across the ring. Cool, calm, and collected.
Down goes Rose. Back. Well, this is the Spectrum, Philadelphia's Wrestling City, and this is where it is tonight. Rose favoring his left arm. Backlund goes right on it again. Down he goes. S.C. Jones indicating you submit, give up. No way. Oh!
Nice arm bar. Boy, put a lot of leverage into that.
Talk about sheer strength.
Gotta have him to do that. Backlund very determined.
Look at it. Looking right up again. You believe this? I see it, but I don't believe it. Incredible strength.
Back one way to get out.
Oh, an arm drag.
Beautiful. Another one. Sliding out. No way. Ran into the big Swede over there waiting for him.
You know, you might even expect Swede Hansen to show a little sympathy for Buddy Rose, but no way.
No. They know what their job is in the lumberjack match.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they don't really play favorites. Although Bob might be in a little trouble should he go out one of those sides over there.
You got a good point.
You got the Japanese contingency and the superstar, Johnny Rods. I would love to take a sucker shot, I'm sure, at Bobby. Really working on that arm.
He really is.
Tremendous pressure, tremendous leverage. Can submit in the lumberjack match. You can definitely submit, but Rose is not a submitted type.
Backlund applying a lot of pressure to that wrist, cutting off the circulation.
Good camera shot there. Great showing just how that arm bar works, how that leverage works on that wrist.
Oh. Backlund maintaining
trouble here if he doesn't get with it.
Right on the nose.
Rose, maybe a kip up. Oh, look at it. Beautiful agility.
Very nice. And down he goes.
Right back over again. Now another kip up. Right back over again. Talk about agility. Rose has got it for a big man. Going to work.
Well, Rose is favoring that arm. He's trying to get some circulation back.
bending it the opposite way. The wrist, the elbow doesn't particularly work that way. Look at the pressure here. Into an arm stretcher. Nice move by Backlund.
Got a 2.
Bobby trying to pull it right out of the socket. Rose going to try to roll up out of this move, I'm sure. There it is. Roll up to the side. Head scissors right back. Beautiful arm drag. Backlund right back to the arm stretcher.
Still stretching away.
Banks getting with the count now. Rose in a lot of trouble right now. Not too nice to have that food right in your mouth either there.
I'll tell you, man. 1, 2. Oh,
that was close.
Close is right.
Sometimes when the fans are really hollering, Dick, you cannot hear the referee's count in there. He must count verbally as well as hit that mat. Bob's still holding on to that arm stretcher.
Buddy Rose would love to grab a hunk of that middle rope, but no way right now. All right, Backlund still maintaining that pressure on the arm, although Buddy Rose is up. Backlund is down.
That'll make your cheeks rosy. Backlund going back into that rowing action, applying all kinds of pressure on the shoulder.
I'm surprised Rose doesn't try for the rope. Maybe he doesn't know how close he is.
Sometimes you're in so much pain that you don't know where you are. Okay. He can put his foot right up there and reach it at this point, I'm sure.
Yeah, looks like it.
He's going to try this rolling action one more time.
I don't know how much real strength he has left. Backlund really.
There he goes.
Roll all the way.
Right back to the head scissors, right out. Drop kick by Rose. Surprise move. Backlund out on the wrong side of the ring. Ushered right back in by Superstar and Mr. Saito.
All right, you called it a while ago.
Flying elbow. Nice move. Backlund out here again.
All right.
There's Rocky Johnson, Chief Jay, and Tony Gurria taking their time about getting Backlund in there. Here comes Sakluna. He's saying, you guys are taking way too much.
Some of the guys on the other side of the ring were trying to hurry it up.
A little partiality there being shown by Tony Gurria and Rocky Johnson.
All right, Rose in control now. Shoulder of Backlund to the top turnbuckle. Down goes Backlund.
Bob almost out again. Rocky Johnson telling him, you're doing a good job, Bob. Stay in there.
Right on the throat. Rose still with the front headlock, or started into it.
Chop right to the throat. Out on the wrong side again is Backlund. Ushered right back in by Rod Kobayashi, Superstar.
Estrada gave him a push there, too. All right.
Well, the other boys moving around at the same time, Dick, make sure nothing else took place over there.
All right, there's a shoulder butt.
Another sweep, give him a little shot there for good luck. Bob's in a little bit of trouble right now.
Maybe a great deal of trouble.
Suplex coming up. He's got him up there. Was not a good suplex.
And Rose hurt the back of his head. He's on top of Backlund. 2. Got a 2.
2 count.
All right, Backlund flat down on his face. Buddy Rose up.
Fans chanting, let's go, Bob. Oh, reverse backslide. Could be it.
Oh,
he turned loose. Rose. Backlund got that one arm out, made the difference.
Jose Estrada calling out to S.D. Jones. Let's have a faster count.
Sakluna also also questioning the count there.
Yeah.
Another suplex. Oh, backbreaker.
Oh, backbreaker, right.
Hook the leg. This could be it. Woo! I don't know how Bob got out of that one. Not only did he hook the leg, Dick, but he cradled it.
Well, you see the incredible strength of Bob Backlund.
There's the whip in. Backdrop. Sunset flip. Hooked him over with the legs. This could be it. No.
He got out of that.
Woo. Just enough momentum on a part of Rose to kick out.
Thought he had him.
Both men are hurt at this point. Going for another suplex. Very close. Oh, Backlund blocked it. Either one of them can get it now. They're both in a suplex position. Backlund wins the race.
Down to 2.
Double count now.
Down to 3. Both men still down. 4, 5.
That constitutes a cover. Nice maneuver there by Rose. Backlund still had enough sense to get off his back. Both men very weary at this point. Arnold Stolen right on the edge of his chair.
This could go either way tonight, man.
Side headlock. Drop down. Bob turns around and runs right into his shoulder block. There's a cover, only one arm, but he's on him. Just got over.
Just rolled off. Down to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
If Rose had come off a little bit higher on that, Dick, we could have had a new champion. Rose coming out of the corner, knee drop, right to the forehead. That'll give you a headache. Go for another one. Right to the forehead. Backlund's in a lot of trouble right now.
I don't know whether I've ever seen him in worse trouble than he is right now.
Going for an elbow drop. Backlund absorbing a lot of punishment, but as we've seen in the past, he can. Another elbow, 3 in a row.
How much can he take?
That's 4. 5. Rose got Backlund in a heap of trouble. Slapped him.
Oh, the ultimate insult.
For another backbreaker. Bobby right around, reversed it. Chicken wing, he's got the chicken wing.
That's all over.
Chicken wing crossface. He gets him on the center, it's over.
I think he gave up.
He's going to get him, Dick. He's got it right in the center. He's got the crossface. SD asking him, you can't take too much of this hold. The pain is unbelievable. He got him. He got him. He got him. By the champion Bob Backlund, causing a submission by Playboy Buddy Rose. Let's go up and get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the time, 13 minutes and 2 seconds, and the winner by submission, still the heavyweight champion of the world, Bob Backlund. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to mention for this bout, the guest referee, SD.
All right, here we go. Let's check it as it happened in slow motion.
Backlund slipping right behind, applying that chicken wing, reach across. Rose had the premonition to back into the turnbuckle, trying to break the hold desperately. Another attempt by backing Backlund in. Bob Backlund holding on for dear life with that chicken wing. As soon as he reaches around and can lock up that crossface in the proper manner, this match is going to be over.
All right, he's got him. Rose desperately not to give in, but he finally has to.
He's in extreme pain. This is extremely painful hold. That's it.
Chevy Chase is Max Fiedler,
Charlie Tuna,
an air traffic controller who's losing control.
350. Hold there, France. 350 for Tuna?
Copy your correction. Coming in at 350 from Tunis.
Not you, Tunis. Maintain 325.
He lives a modern life. With a modern girl. And modern problems.
What seems to be the problem here?
Well, his girlfriend moved out on him yesterday, and she took everything in the apartment, and now she's here with some guy.
That's fair enough. She wanted it, she took it, he let her.
Everybody dumps on Max. Until a nuclear shower gives him the power and a green light, it's true, to get even.
Max.
Now he's out of control. Chevy Chase. He's got hot brains.
I like it.
And modern problems.
I blew it. I was a bad boy.
Modern problems. It'll glow on you. This is Cal Rudman with the Golden Boy Arnold Skolin and the just victorious Bob Backlund defeating Buddy Rose. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels really good, you know, to get a victory over this man, especially the way all the people were responding and that support, you know what that means to us.
We had a big crowd here tonight, too, an amazing crowd.
I don't know, it's hard to explain to the people out there that have never wrestled before, but Arnie knows how it feels when those people get behind you and they support you and they give you that extra adrenaline. And I was a little down tonight, but boy, when they get behind you and they really fire you up and give you that extra energy.
Well, let me tell everybody what you did it with. This is the first time that you have won a match at the Spectrum with your bread and butter hold, the chicken wing. And what really made the chicken wing work was your cross-face hold. Do you want to explain exactly what happened there?
Well, a chicken wing is pressure on the shoulder, but when you cross-face him and you get those hands locked, it's virtually, I don't think anybody can get out of it. And Arnie's been wrestling for a long, long time, and we perfected that hold. He helped me with it, and I got this man to thank for that hold, and I really appreciate everything Arnie does for me every day. Something.
Well, Cal, let me say one thing. I mean, you can teach somebody something, but if you don't have a fellow like Bob Backlund, who's in such terrific condition, no matter if you know a hold, but Bob is in such terrific condition. He works out regularly every day, and he's such fine condition that if he ever gets that hold on your brother, it's all over.
Well, I can give testimony to that. Just before we went on the air, you congratulated him in the absolute heat of the battle and the sweat pouring out of him about how he locked his fingers in. Do you want to explain that to the audience?
Well, that's something we've been working on for a long time. And
just what happened.
Well, we just don't want to show everybody how we do these things.
How he slid the fingers in. That's
he just got them, hooked them in good and tight, and he just cinched up on that chin. This is the one. Grip like that. That's the way I had it. And he's such a fine athlete, Cal. I just don't want to boast in front of him because
I'm a witness to that.
But he is a great athlete in tremendous condition. I've seen many where I've wrestled, many world champions, and I don't think I've ever seen any of them in as fine a condition as Bobby is. And he knows wrestling inside and out.
Now, there's to tell you exactly what happened, you didn't just go into the chicken wing. You set him up. You did the arm stretcher hold. Do you want to explain why you did that and why it was necessary?
The chicken wing has been my bread and butter, and I'm trying to weaken his arm, get him in a position to get him in that hold, and it makes it a little easier when he's tired, when you got his arm wore down a little bit. And when you get a man, a weak spot on a man, whether it's his leg or his arm or his head, you try to stay on it and wear him down, and maybe you're going to sneak something on him. And tonight it was a chicken wing.
Yeah, now he got 5 quick, big elbow smashes in a row. How badly stunned were you?
Oh, he had me going pretty good there. I must admit, you can't judge the book
The book by its cover. That's your favorite saying.
You got to read through it, and you look at this man, and you wouldn't think he could do what he can do in that ring, but I respect that man.
Yeah, he's very agile.
Yes, he is. And, you know, Cal, I got a tough one coming up here in the Philly area, a real tough one.
What is that?
I've got, we just signed a match with Don Morocco.
Yeah, well,
and,
okay. Tell me about that.
He's a man that I've wrestled him before, and, geez, he's tough, and we're looking forward to a heck of a wrestling match, and I know Arnie respects him. We don't care for some of the things he does or some of the things he says, but, boy, when we get in the ring against him, we know we got our hands full.
We know we got a few surprises for Don Morocco, too, because we've wrestled him before, so we're going to go about it a different way this time.
Well, wait, let's go into this a little bit more. You say this very low-key. You've wrestled him before. Now, the truth of the matter is, I believe it was in Madison Square Garden. They tell us it's the toughest match you've ever had and the worst beating that you've ever endured, the most pain. Would that be close to the truth?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can win the battle, but you don't really win the war. Sometimes you win the match and you get hurt worse than your opponent. But
how badly hurt were you there, Bob?
He had me going pretty good, and I hung on. But you know, every time I get in the ring with him, like I say, I have my hands full, but all these people around here have been supporting us.
Oh, they're really behind you. The energy in the crowd was magnificent.
I can't thank them enough for everything they've done for me, and I try to train hard and work out hard and do my best in the ring just for those good people out there.
Well, I had told you when we first came in tonight, we both got here early. You got here very early to work out, and the kids wanted autographs. So as I signed each one, I asked them who their favorite wrestler was. And, hey, the only way to take a survey is to do it. And I told you, I was a little surprised, but kid after kid after kid chanted your name. And I know you're grateful for that.
Well, I love the kids, and I try to help the kids as much as I can and deal with them as much as I can. They're going to be the leaders of this country someday. They're going to run the country, and we got to help the kids all we can.
Well, speaking of kids and Bob Backlund, I must say this to the audience. Number one, the wrestling program that you run in the New York area for kids, which we discussed in an interview that I did with you, was just unparalleled. And second of all, when I was co-host and entertainment chairman of this year's Arthritis Telethon, you were kind enough to come all the way down from home, and we broke the record, over $800,000, and that came in on Channel 17 here in Philadelphia, where Championship Wrestling is seen. And I can't tell you how grateful everybody is, because there are a lot of little kids suffering from arthritis. And what you did there is just amazing.
Well, thank you very, very much, Cal. I appreciate all your nice comments. And
well, you've got to get the credit for it, because you do it.
Let me tell you one thing, Cal. He's a little humble, you know. He didn't just do that, and he just doesn't help the kids for the wrestling team, but he visits a lot of hospitals and homes for the old people, and he really, with the veterans and everything, he consumes a lot of his time helping people and talking to children and everything. I've been with him on numerous occasions, and when he walks into a room, he just electrifies the whole room.
Well, as a matter of fact, I took Bob personally to Children's Hospital here in Philadelphia, and we went on every floor in every ward, and he just, as you said, electrified the entire hospital.
He sure does. He's a great person. I hate to say it in front of him, but he really is he's helpful to anybody that he can do anything for.
Okay, when is that match going to be now with Morocco? Do you know? Okay. Congratulations to you. We've run out of time.
Thank you very, very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, too.
Bye.
As soft as the touch of a woman in love.
Goldie Hawn in her biggest hit yet.
Sharp as... Where in the hell did she come from?
Why did you come here?
To have a good time. I've got 5 days left, and I'm going to see if I can swing it.
What is America's favorite sweetheart doing with Europe's hottest leading man, Giancarlo Giannini?
Who are you?
Goldie and Giancarlo, they just can't help being lovers and liars. Just a quiet little affair. Very touching.
It's your turn. Play. What does it mean, going like this, winking and waving your head?
It means let's go.
You mean now? Okay.
A dashing couple.
Oh, boy.
A smashing romance.
This isn't a match made in heaven, you know.
Goldie Hawn and Giancarlo Giannini, lovers and liars.
For Fan Club Corner, I'm Dick Graham. Let's take a breather from the non-stop wrestling action for a second to salute our fan of the month. He's Paul Savoyski from Brooklawn, New Jersey. Paul's been a long-time wrestling and Ivan Putski fan and works for the Bancroft School, which will be 100 years old in January. The school, not Paul. Well, he's here tonight with his wife and friends enjoying the excitement of professional wrestling. Fans, if you'd like to be a fan of the month and have never written us before, here's the address. PRISM Wrestling, care of the Spectrum, Broad and Patterson Streets, Philadelphia 19148. Now let's go to the mailbag and see what's happening here. Mike Graham, no relation to me, from Columbia, Pennsylvania, writes, sometimes I don't get to see wrestling Saturday nights because of hometown football, and I also work the second shift. So the 1 a.m. show is just great for me, and thank you for that. I think Backlund's a great champion, probably will be around for a while. But I like Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I don't think there's a pro wrestler around who can duplicate what he does. Thanks for your comments, Mike. This month's show will be replayed twice, so jot these dates and times down. To continue with our mailbag, Steve Camp from Berwick, Pennsylvania, writes, this month I went through my high school and asked who their favorite wrestler was. It took me about 4 days until I got enough people that voted, and here are the results. You see, Superfly Snuka had the most votes showed, followed by Ivan Putski, Bob Backlund, Andre the Giant, Pedro Morales, Salvatore Bellomo, and there are a few others after that. And thank you for that, Steve. Maybe next time we'll be reading your letter on the air, so contact us. Here's the address one more time. Here's some scenes from a movie returning to PRISM in December.
Are you stuck in a dead-end job?
We're going to be killed!
Oh, no.
Just keep your hands on the wheel. Slow down.
Personal problems got you down.
You can't go. All the plants are going to die.
Well, the U.S. Army can turn your life around.
Before I knew it, she was walking next to me, singing, do I did it, did it, do.
Join a whole new breed of professionals. Get your body into incredible shape.
Muscles, I love those muscles. Gentlemen!
Master important career skills.
Oh, what are you going to do with that?
This. And represent your country in foreign lands.
So am I to understand that you men completed your training on your own?
That's the fact, Jack!
Bill Murray in Stripes.
Well, this is Dick Graham, and along with myself, Gorilla Monsoon, side commentators here at the ringside at the Spectrum, and a great holiday crowd, and we're just about ready to get underway momentarily after a minute intermission. And just a word or two maybe about the December matchups again. We've got December card coming along in Philadelphia.
Well, we've got a super card coming up, Dick. We just want to make at this point the fans aware of the location. It's a new location, and only for the special Christmas card on Monday, December 27th, will Pro Wrestling be coming to you direct from the University City Center. That's at 31st and Walnut. It'll be a special 8 o'clock start. We've got a super card lined up for you, which we'll get into a little bit later, featuring 2 title matches and girl wrestlers, women wrestlers. The whole ball of wax is going to be a great Christmas card of wrestling coming your way.
Do you have any names for that yet?
Well, we understand the Superfly Jimmy Snuka will be there that night. World Champion Bob Backlund, Intercontinental Champion Pedro Morales, and a host of others.
All right. Sounds like a big night, huh?
Sounds like there's only going to be one problem there, Dick, and that is that there are only 5,000 seats available in that particular arena. And so we want the fans not to be disappointed, to get out and get their tickets early, because this is going to be a sellout in a hurry. And we have some great fans in the Philadelphia, Delaware Valley here, and we don't want anybody to be disappointed.
So pass the word, fans. It will not be at the Spectrum on December 27th, a Monday. It will be University City Center, and get those tickets now. As soon as you hear our message about that, get a little time together, get those seats for you and your friends. Well, ringside here at the Spectrum, and you see the likes of Pedro and Salvatore Bellomo, who's gathered quite a bit of a fan following here at the Spectrum, wherever he's been traveling lately.
Unusual combination in the ring at the moment, Dick, with 3 Orientals, Mr. Saito, Chushu, and Mr. Chin. Must be in a managerial capacity, and that's all I can figure out. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Joe McHugh.
scheduled for the best 2 out of 3 falls. But first I want to introduce the manager, Gene Kabayoshi. And in the corner to my left, from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 250 pounds, here is Mr. Saito. And his partner from Japan, weighing in at 250 pounds, here is Chu. And in the corner to my right, from Italy, weighing 246 pounds, here is Salvatore Bellombo. And his partner from Puerto Rico, weighing in at 240 pounds, here is the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Pedro Morales. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to mention that as a special Thanksgiving gift, the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission has raised there will not be ladies and gentlemen, they're going to waive the curfew this evening. So you will enjoy the bout. We hope you enjoy it very much.
Okay, getting underway here. Dick Worley will be the 5th man in there. At times, perhaps the 5th. Normally the 3rd man in the squared circle. Bellomo, Morales, Sho, and Saito.
Should be a very interesting match, Dick. I don't know not familiar with Chushu or his capabilities, but if Saito picked him for a partner, you can bet he's got something on the ball.
Well, he must. He's used, of course, to wrestling with his tag team partner, formerly Mr. Fuji. Well, tonight we'll see what we will see then.
2 out of 3 fall event. Should be most interesting. Pedro Morales picking Salvatore Bellomo for a partner, and not a bad choice.
All right, looks like Morales out. Bellomo remains in, and Saito goes against Bellomo. Bellomo's picked a great deal of fan following here. Very nice-looking young man, very angelic-looking. However, a real battler all the way. They break off the ropes, and no problem so far. A bow by the Oriental gentleman.
A little bit of courtesy there, yes. International courtesy.
Temporarily, maybe.
Temporarily is right there.
All right, side headlock on Bellomo by Saito, and he's just, whoa, giving it to him. The tag made, and Sho comes in.
Chop right to the head to start.
Side headlock. He's cranking away. Quick tag made here. Yeah. Well, now we go to work. Here we go. Side headlock and still cranking away.
Saito uses a number of devious tactics, but if he wants to, he can really do it in there. He knows all the moves. Former silver medalist on the 1976 Japan Olympic wrestling team. Outstanding amateur wrestler.
All right, Pedro comes in, slaps hands. You know, he's going to give him a left hook if he gives him an opportunity.
Short fuse, very short fuse on Pedro.
Over in the corner of the Orientals, the no tag made.
Chushu complaining about the clenched fist. Another quick tag, and Saito right back in there again. Saito in excellent physical condition.
Don't get backed into that corner. That's bad news. All right.
Partner.
Pedro says, yes.
Notice no complaint by Chushu. Saito very highly respected amongst his own people.
Yes, he is. No tag made. Oh! I think Morales going to cause a few problems in this tag team duo.
Any other team would have been extremely upset by this point.
All right, what's...
Morales Morales looking for a knee breaker here. Got it.
Tag made, and now we have Morales and Chu. Side headlock. Tag. Palomo comes in. Morales going up. Side headlock maintained. Cranking that head. Wringing that neck. Now that the crowd's starting to chant in unison. Tag made. Morales about ready to come in.
A lot of quick tags there on the part of both teams. That's what a tag match is all about. Morales about to be whipped in here.
Shoulder block. Oh, and body slam.
Beauty.
All right, Show, I think once the, yeah, he's glad of that tag. In comes Saito. He's a bad customer, Saito, though.
Chushu said I'm a long way from Osaka.
Or a bottle of sake or something.
Saito in the wrong corner.
Side headlock. Palomo adding pressure now. Shoulder block, and down he goes.
Nice cartwheel. Drop kick. Right on the money.
Right on the chin whiskers. Palomo pulls him off to the middle of the ring.
Salvatore wouldn't do that.
Gonna make a boy soprano out of him.
Referee Dick Worley making him turn it loose. All right, Palomo. Saito, all business. He really is.
Well,
nice side headlock takeover. Nice head scissors. A lot of pressure being applied right there.
No, Mike. All right, Worley's saying, how about Palomo? No.
Come on.
Whoa! Palomo trying to turn around. Don't know whether they can or not. Well, he broke it. All right.
Beauty. Another drop. Just
missed.
Oh, super chop.
You said Saito's all business, G.
Lower lumbar.
Tell ya. Tag made. Show coming in.
Wide open. Palomo trying to get back to the corner now to reach Morales. No. Skipped right by him, didn't make the tag. Side headlock. Throw in by Chushu. Shoulder block. Chushu dropped down. Cartwheel. Nice maneuver. Hot kick. Caught him good. Another flying tackle. Going up for the slam.
Body splash.
Big splash. This could be it. He got him.
All right. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Well, that's the first fall.
Yeah,
anyway.
we got 2 more to go, maybe. Woo.
Nice move there by Palomo. I think he caught Chushu a little off guard there. He wasn't quite ready. Let's go up and get the official word.
Here is the time of the first fall. 5 minutes and 14 seconds. The winners of the first fall, Salvatore Bellomo, Pedro Morales.
1 down and 1 to go for Morales' team.
Well, that's right. And the Japanese gentlemen over there in the corner talking things over, maybe take a different attitude toward their strategy.
Here it is.
The body slam. Palomo flies with
Big
the 727. Down he goes, and down goes the Japanese. All right?
Chushu, I'm sure, is thinking this is not a very well way to introduce me to the United States Western style of wrestling. My first match in the United States of America at the beautiful Spectrum, and get beat the first fall in this tag match. There's the bell.
All right, getting underway. Chushu's coming out here now, and he'll go against what? Palomo
Palomo has to start, and so does Chushu have to start. Participants that were in there when the fall was taken must return to start the next fall. Oh, Chushu wants to shake hands now.
Let's be friends. Worley said, you don't have to.
Suckered him in close enough to catch him with a karate kick.
All right, he's still chopping away on it. Into the top turnbuckle. He's in bad trouble. The tag made. Saito in. Woo! 2-on-1.
Cells in their own corner. He really is. Saito going to work on him. Morales coming in.
Morales is steaming. It's 2-on-1 again.
It's only going to work to Chushu and Saito's advantage. Pedro turned the referee around. He's only trying to help, but still diverted the referee. Another double swing into the turnbuckle.
All right, Show remains in, and the Saito out. Palomo's still down, now up. Karate chop again. Another one. Doing another one.
Fans trying to give a little encouragement here to Salvatore.
He's in a bad part of town, though.
It's always wise to try to stay towards that center, Dick. Throw off here. Shoulder block. Down goes Chushu, and down went Salvatore, too. He doesn't have it together yet.
Side headlock. Whoa!
Suplex and a beauty. Cover. This could be it. He got it.
There it is. Even Steven.
Beautiful suplex by Chushu. Well executed. Salvatore took a lot of punishment over there in the wrong corner.
How he took it so long, man.
Boy, they set him up beautifully for that.
Yep. Well, that's one even now.
Oh, a little extracurricular stuff there by Saito. Let's go up and get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time on the second fall, 1 minute and 52 seconds. The winners of the second fall, Chushu and Mr. Saito.
Well, you won't get much fan support for that kind of an approach to wrestling, but nevertheless, it's one even now. Okay,
let's take a look at what happened here. Here's a beautiful suplex right there.
Right on over, on top. Worley there, 2 and 3, and that's it.
There's no getting up from that.
All right, Worley urging Morales outside. And
Chushu stuck right in there. Palomo's in a lot of trouble again. Caught a double drop kick from Saito.
He's going to check his passport back to Italia. Woo! Getting back.
Pedro's got to do something here, Dad.
He really does. But he's helpless unless he can get a tag going with Palomo, who's literally being kicked.
Really going to
back and forth by Saito. Here comes
another
the
quick tag.
All right. Joe's really giving it to him, continuing the kicking. The midsection.
Sal trying to reach, but he's way too far away.
Tag again. Here comes Saito. Palomo really on the short end.
Wide open. Palomo whipped into the turnbuckle. Oh, he got out of the way. Sal crawling over, trying to make the tag. He made it.
He got the tag.
Woo! Pedro. Roundhouse.
He is upset.
Pedro Morales cleaning house.
Pedro's on a tear.
And the fans love it.
Do they ever?
Woo-hoo! Here we go into the turnbuckle. Pedro caught a boot right on the way in.
The chop. Pedro's outside now. See Saito being separated by Dick Worley.
Over the top, sunset flip. There he goes.
Nailed him. He nailed him. Just like that, fan.
Just when Saito thought he had the upper hand,
he did.
Pedro Morales dipped into the bag of tricks, coming up with the sunset flip from the outside to sew up the match.
All right, Gorilla Monsoon, he got him at good. Let's get the announcement. Here we are.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the time of the third fall. 1 minute and 58 seconds. Here are the winners of the bout. Salvatore Bellomo, Pedro Morales.
All right, the fans, of course, responding favorably to that announcement. So we have the tag team tonight of Morales and Bellomo prevailing. And here we go with the third fall coming up. Dick Worley being shoved aside. Here's
sunset flip from the outside by Pedro. Wrapped him right up, hooked the leg right over the shoulder, got the 3 count.
Boy, the fans are they're really lavishing all their applause and love on these two guys. All right. Woo! Let's gather our breath here. The French Lieutenant's Woman premieres in December on PRISM. Let's take a look at some of the scenes, if you will, fans.
Meryl Streep in The French Lieutenant's Woman. One woman in 2 love stories.
I must see you.
That would be very difficult.
One before the cameras.
I gave myself to him.
One behind the scenes.
You know what I say in the graveyard scene about going to London? If I went to London, I know what I should become. I should become what some already call me.
One in a world where freedom is forbidden.
You are a cunning, wicked creature. May I know of what I am accused?
One in a world without rules.
I want you so much.
You just had me. My only happiness is when I sleep. When I wake, the nightmare begins.
Do you wish to see her?
I cannot.
Do you wish to touch her?
Meryl Streep, Jeremy Irons, The French Lieutenant's Woman.
All right, at the Spectrum, getting ready for event number 9 tonight. And here comes the Baron. And gosh, we've seen him time and time again. He never ceases to amaze me. Gorilla Monsoon.
Well, raw bone Baron Cicluna, ring veteran for some 20 years, Dick, and still able to get in there and mix it up with the best.
Nothing fancy about him. He just likes to beat you.
Very, very methodical, somewhat like Sweet Hansen. Can hurt you at any time. Very raw bone. He'll have his hands full tonight with Jules Strongbow.
Well, there's a younger man, obviously under the tutelage of Jay Strongbow. This is Jules. Let's get the announcement, get it underway.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next contest scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left from the Isle of Malta, weighing 275 pounds, here is Baron Miguel Cicluna. And his opponent, the corner to my right from Pawhuska, Oklahoma, weighing 248 pounds, here is Jules Strongbow.
All right, Barney Sullivan will referee.
You know, Dick, as we're waiting for this match to get underway, waiting in the wings somewhere back there in the corridors, in the dressing rooms, is probably the match with the greatest significance, other than Bob's title defense tonight, of Ray Stevens and the unbelievable Captain Lou Albano, teaming up against Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, and former world's champion Buddy Rogers. What a classic.
It certainly will be. It's really a happening. I think it's why a lot of the fans are here tonight. As Cicluna takes off on Jules Strongbow, gets him in the corner there, starts pounding on the middle, raking the eyes.
You know, we've had a host of matches already, Dick, that were worth the price of admission alone.
No doubt. Well, as so often I've said, there's nothing like being here to see it live. If you're watching wherever you are, making a point to see the next event where wrestling occurs here in Philadelphia, because you won't be sorry. Bring some friends. Make it a happening.
Baron all over Jules like a new suit here. Relentless, not letting up whatsoever.
All right. Jules a little on the short side here, getting the short end of the stick. The Baron has to break it, or supposed to. Barney Sullivan trying to get him to break, but he rakes the eyes of Strongbow again. Secluded jamming the head of the top turnbuckle.
Mike will stay on you all the time if
He
you
will.
let him.
He's on a tear.
Here he goes with a whip into the turnbuckle. Oh. Very raw bone. Mike can hurt you anytime with any part of his... Oh, reversal.
Oh!
Came off to a double tomahawk. Hook the leg. It's going to be it.
All right. All over.
Well, Jules didn't waste any time.
Barely cracked a sweat on that one.
He hit him solid with a double tomahawk stick. That was the underlying reason. That's where I saw it coming right then and there.
Well, you called it.
Well, when you get hit like that with that particular move, it's gonna make the lights go out.
Secluda's still not too sure what happened. And I'll tell you, Strongbow's a little bit shaky.
Let's go up and get the official word.
Here is the time, 1 minute and 22 seconds, and the winner, Jules Strongbow.
All right, a very favorable outcome. Listen to the fans' cheers, applause. And you just said a mouthful a few minutes ago talking about this upcoming tag team match, and here we have the
beautiful
reversal.
Turnaround here. Watch as he comes off. Watch it. There's a double tomahawk right to the throat area. Hook the leg. The Big Baron can't kick out.
Well, fans, you might remember Captain Lou Albano used to manage Jimmy Superfly Snuka. However, he no longer does. Here's one of the reasons why these two are not so friendly anymore.
Let's take a look at what happened to lead up to this fantastic tag match here tonight. Lou Albano came in the ring late here to second Jimmy Snuka. Now he knocks him right down. Jimmy Snuka right back at him. Ray Stevens from behind with Fred Blassie's cane hooks Jimmy Snuka. Albano now reaching over the ropes, trying to get a hold of the beads that Jimmy Snuka wears around his forehead. He has him. He's going to bust him wide open. One shot. Unbelievable. A double team effort here. Buddy Rogers not in the building at this time. No way he could help his friend. Lou Albano mercilessly beating while Ray Stevens hangs on for dear life and getting in some good licks of his own. Fred Blassie, the coward that he is, in the background applauding. I'm pretty sure that at this point Snuka had been busted wide open, bleeding profusely. Unbelievable. Jimmy Snuka has one super score to settle here tonight, and I certainly wouldn't want to be in Lou Albano's shoes.
Cal Rudman spoke with Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Buddy Rogers earlier. They discussed their match with Ray the Crippler Stevens and Captain Lou. Let's listen.
This is Cal Rudman with two unique gentlemen. To my right, the most unique wrestler in the history of the sport. And to my left, the only man who held the championship of the NWA and the World Wrestling Federation, in fact, the first champion of the latter, Buddy Rogers.
Thank you, Cal.
Couple of hard questions. Is this truly going to be not a grudge match, not a Pier 6 brawl, but a war?
I guarantee you it's a war. I'll admit we didn't start it, but I guarantee you we will end it. We will not feel satisfied until Albano and Stevens are completely out of this whole scene. My man here took a real beating from them, and I'll tell you, every day he lives with that thought, and every day he tells me he wants to get the job done.
Is that true, Jimmy? If you beat them tonight, will that give you satisfaction, or is that only the beginning?
That's only going to be just the beginning of the war, because we'll never be satisfied as long as we keep going down the line, brother.
The number that I heard of the amount of money that was, the word I hear is mismanaged, is in excess of $200,000. Is that figure approximately correct?
That's definitely true.
You trusted this man?
I definitely trusted him because he took me into his hands, so I had to give him all the power that I feel for the man, thinking that he'll trust me just the same. So I took the opportunity by taking advantage by trusting the man, and this is what he created. So now we're definitely going to have to take care of this and settle it once and for all.
You've got the picture, and now we go to Dick Graham and Gorilla Monsoon, and you will see how this story turns out.
Here he is, the manager of champions, huh?
Blassie, Freddie Blassie, the fashion plate. both Captain Lou and Blassie managing Crippler Ray Stevens. But this is a tag match with Lou Albano as a participant.
All right, we've got half the tag team partners in the ring, and now the cheers indicate the Superfly approaches.
Pandemonium is breaking loose in the building. The Spectrum is on its feet. Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, first one to enter the ring.
Well, the Nature Boy's been around a long time. They love the Superfly.
Standing ovation for Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Introducing in the corner to my left, from San Francisco, California, weighing 235 pounds, here is Ray, the Crippler Stevens. And his partner, from Carmel, New York, and in the corner to my right, from Haddonfield, New Jersey, weighing 238 pounds, here is the only man who has held both the NWA and the WWF Heavyweight Championship. Here he is, Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
Who starts this match on both sides?
You bet.
I'm amazed at the composure on the part of Superfly.
Yeah, he's very much
cool. He's very cool tonight. He doesn't want to make any mistakes. But he's got one super score to settle, and I'm sure it's going to get done here tonight.
Well, Buddy Rogers certainly is very emotionally involved in this tonight.
No question.
Although obviously physically.
Not only physically, but he has taken over Superfly's contract and is now the current manager of Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Incidentally, at no expense to Jimmy Snuka.
All right. There's a bond between the two. Of course, Captain Lou, the cowardly one, usually runs at the first sight of blood. Usually it's his own.
You got that right.
And Freddie Blassie getting a shot.
There goes the bell.
Verbiage from the crowd. All right, Nature Boy's in with Ray Stevens.
Looks in extremely good condition.
Tremendous.
Stevens stepping out. Albano's got a wild-looking outfit on tonight. In fact, he's even got pockets in that pair of sweatpants, and I don't think Dick Worley really had a chance to look and see whether he brought any foreign objects into the ring.
Well, we'll find out. Buddy Rogers still pacing back and forth. He's been ready and being held off as far as the action is concerned by Ray Stevens.
Stevens complaining to the referee about the clenched fist. There wasn't any clenched fist. Everybody very tense in this match, and rightly so.
All right, Rogers backs off and says to Stevens, come on, over here. All right, they make contact. All right.
Stevens with a bombardment. Rogers coming right back. Couple of good right hands and a Beal. With a drop kick.
All right.
Stevens outside, another drop kick.
I'll tell you, they're back on their feet again. Fans going crazy. Both Albano and Stevens outside the ring. Buddy Rogers still inside.
Here are well-executed drop kicks on the part of Buddy Rogers.
The man hasn't lost any timing. Here comes Stevens back in.
Stevens back in to beat the count.
He's clearing hair pull on Buddy Rogers, but he really got his butt kicked. Fans aren't going to hear of it. They don't want to hear anything he has to say. Rogers still pacing back and forth.
A lot of nervous energy.
Rod, tremendous. Stevens can't keep this up forever.
Stevens, a ring veteran. It's only a question of time before he beats you psychologically. A little confab going on now between Stevens and the crazy captain.
All right.
Standing wrist lock.
Buddy Rogers still applying pressure on the wrist and arm and the shoulder of Ray Stevens. One man against one.
Albano looking to tag, but not stretching too far.
Now, he knows everybody's on to him. Won't admit it.
If he thinks he can escape by staying in the corner tonight, he's mistaken. There isn't a safe place in the entire spectrum for Captain Lou tonight.
I think the fans are throwing back in the ring.
Undoubtedly. Still with the standing wrist lock. Buddy Rogers on crippler Ray Stevens. Test the strength here.
Sure is.
The chant goes out. Albano's a bum.
A hair pull.
Hair pull, and down goes Rogers to the mat. Superfly stepping in. Albano takes advantage. Referee's back turn. The switch is made. No tag. Can't see how Worley can question him. He can't possibly reach from that distance.
Nope.
Worley's believe it. Albano holding on to that standing wrist lock. Well, now it's become a down on the mat type wrist lock. Rogers starting to come up now. Albano in excess of 325 pounds at the moment. Someone still to be reckoned with in the ring. Crippler coming back in.
Yeah, he's starting the same routine again.
A mongrel tag combination if I ever saw one.
Yeah.
Side headlock now by Rogers. Stevens with the throw off. Shoulder block. Well done. Whoa. Stevens was wound up with that right hand.
Buddy Rogers with a little salute there to Ray Stevens. No tag there. Rogers to Snooker, though. Oh, right in the eyes. Oh, man. Rogers in bad shape right now. Moving over.
If he gets in that corner, he's going to be in bad shape.
Bad place to be.
Snooker coming in. Referee Dick Willie right there. Rogers going to get worked over now pretty good. He's in the wrong corner. Albano has him hooked from behind. Stevens doing the damage from the front. Jimmy Snooker like a caged lion, pacing up and down in the corner, in and out of the ring. Referee Dick Worley right there again to stop it.
I'll tell you, Worley's on the wrong side of the ring, and everything's happening on the other. Buddy Rogers getting the short end of it.
Albano, a deliberate choke here right in front of the referee. Stevens lowering the boom from outside, and now a choke in the zone. Snooker getting frustrated. Guaranteed he won't put up with this too much longer. Worley losing a little control here. Rogers collapsing to the ring canvas.
Here's where Captain Lou usually takes over.
He really had enough presence to just roll into the ring one time, was out of Albano's reach. Another deliberate choke by Stevens. Stevens camouflaging that choke very nicely, but still it's a deliberate choke. Fans starting to get up now.
Well, they're looking for Snuka when he comes in. Hold on to the roof up there. This play's going to come apart.
Rogers trying to come out with a knee to the head temporarily.
There's a head pull. Hair pull by Albano. Worley's got to take more control here. Out goes Buddy Nature Boy Rogers. Snuka realizes he can't get back in the ring till a tag is made, so he's trying to urge Nature Boy to get it together. Maybe he has.
Shot. Nice move. Rogers with a
body goes.
Double head butt collision. Snuka saying, come on, buddy, let's go. Rogers going for a figure four. Oh! Albano sneaking in from behind. He got blocked.
Rogers gave Albano a shot.
Albano had a foreign object.
And now Buddy Rogers has it. Still no tag, though. Still no tag.
Stevens got hit once already. That's twice.
Well,
3 times.
Right. Stevens is bloody now on the forehead.
Tag is made. Comes the Superfly. Stevens begging in the corner, but too late. Stevens is busted wide open now. Blood running profusely from his forehead.
Hook is on his way.
Flying there. Superfly up on a turnbuckle with a headbutt. Woo! Pandemonium is broken loose. The entire spectrum
is standing.
Stevens in a lot of trouble. Tag is made. Albano didn't want to make it, but he made it. The Superfly will fly. Opportunity to finish with Captain Lou Albano. One more time. Albano roll out of the ring.
I'll play him. Stevens wants Albano to go back in.
No, he wants Albano to get out. Stevens doesn't want any more of this match. That's it. The match is over. Stevens literally dragging Albano outside the ring and ushering him to the dressing room. They wanted no part of the Superfly tonight. An awesome display of power by Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the time. 9 minutes and 48 seconds. Here are the winners. Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
Well, there you have it. What a decision, and rightly so. Woo! I'll tell you the truth, Monsoon. I think Superfly going to take it on 5 men tonight.
No question. The adrenaline was flowing so hot and heavy within the body of the Superfly that there was no stopping him. Let's take a look at what happened.
He was cooking. Look at this. He was traveling with a jet go. Watch this, man. Watch it. Do you believe it? Woo! Halfway across the ring and down.
Kane was beat. Watch Stevens now reach over and try to drag. There he is. Reaches over, grabs Albano and says, let's get out of here.
there's really more to love, and it's not just in the afternoon. A new day in Eden.
Okay, let's get the announcement. Here we go with our last match tonight.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is the final bout of the evening. Introducing in the corner to my left from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 270 pounds, here is Mr. Fuji. And his opponent in the corner to my right from Washington, D.C., weighing 260 pounds, here is Rocky Johnson.
Rocky Johnson, well received here, and rightly so, because Rocky's got a unique style, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy him, Dick.
I'll tell you the truth, I think the Eagles might use him at linebacker.
You got that right.
Guy's a beautiful build. All right, so you have a weight advantage in a sense with Rocky against Mr. Fuji. However, Fuji's very ring wise. So don't count anybody out. Oh, a little
courteous bow there.
Yeah, a little ceremonial bow. Okay, throwing the salt. All right, here we go. Just about underway. Fans have really had a night tonight, I tell you. It has been something. All right, they circle a little bit. They're ready to make contact.
Rocky Johnson, a well-proportioned guy.
Oh, isn't he, though?
You know,
look at it. Love it. Look at that.
Beautiful move.
Woo! What a man. Look at him. Wham!
You don't look like that by accident.
No. Many hours of pumping, I'll tell you.
Can't find those kind of guys waiting for the bus.
No, sir. What a guy. So agile, I can't believe it. I see the moves, I still don't believe it. But it happened.
Extremely quick, extremely agile for a man of his built and weight, body structure.
All right, Fuji taking off on him. Elbows to the back of the head, kick to the ribs. Uh-oh. Headbutt.
Good headshot by Fuji. Fuji, 3 or 4 time co-holder of the world title tag team championship. No slouch in the ring. Can do battle with the best. Rocky Johnson headbutt.
Oh,
drop kick.
Beautiful. Oh, missed.
Fuji sidestepped it.
He saw it coming.
Never liked the drop kick, Dick. Never used it very much.
Well,
going up wasn't a problem. Was coming down was always so hard.
Drilling.
Nice find for him there. Oh, he nailed him with it.
Fast. Fuji doesn't believe it. Uh-oh. Fuji turned and gave him a shot.
Stunning upset victory here.
I'll tell you, Fuji doesn't believe it happened so fast. Rocky's down, though.
Here is the time, 1 minute and 53 seconds, and the winner, Rocky Johnson.
Well, fans kind of stunned, not so much that Rocky Johnson won. Oh, there was very dirty tactic there after the fact. A headbutt to the groin area by Fuji.
Uncalled for and unnecessary.
Well, it's all over. It's already a fact.
Fuji obviously very upset, but that is not the way to do it.
Can't change the decision.
Here it is, right off the rope. Rocky Johnson with a beautiful side cover here.
Got all the weight forward. He couldn't, no way Fuji could get out from that.
Fuji really got surprised on that move and really shocked. He didn't expect this kind of a match out of Rocky Johnson.
And he's still down. Well, we've seen a night. Gorilla Monsoon, we've had 11 matches.
God.
Talking about excitement. Hey, the word exciting doesn't really do justice to the activity we've had here tonight. Of course, on December 27th, we have more action out here at the Spectrum. To get those tickets, as we said, so as you're watching tonight, well, make sure you make a date on the 27th here at the Philadelphia. Get those tickets for the next wrestling time, because I'm telling you, it's going to be tremendously exciting. Tonight, of course, we had Superfly Snuka. We had Bob Backlund. We've seen it all. What more do you say?
Well, Dick, all I can say is that we've had several, could have been several nights of wrestling with the card we had here tonight, and I want to say it's a pleasure to be down here working with you.
Big guy.
Look forward to doing it in the future.
We will. Thanks to Cal Rudman. Some very interesting side comments with the wrestlers. And that's about all on a holiday weekend. We say to everybody, have a good weekend. Weeks coming up. Great holidays coming up. And, of course, more good wrestling eventually coming back to here, the Spectrum. Good night, everybody.